Unfortunately, yes.
Give me a little beat.
Folks, it's week 8 of the shenanigans. Are you ready? I hope so. 'Cause I don't know how much more of this we can take. I mean, you're running us ragged. This week, we do have a surprise for you, though. We have Bunny, and the guy he calls her husband.
She? I'm a she. I'm definitely not a
She, sorry, yes, yeah, my bad. That's the shenanigans we take. I don't even know how to do an intro anymore.
I just
Ask her preferred pronoun.
Oh God, please don't. Someday I'm gonna get one of those jackets, the shirts, the work shirts you guys have. They're so fancy.
Yes, we have confirmed we survived the last stream.
Hey, it's too early to get into that.
We have questions. People are going over it.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the monsters we gave up.
Are you guys ready?
No.
It's week 8, and we have a pretty decent show for you tonight. Of course, we have Terry, the man still rocking the shirt half. We have Eeyore and his new friend. Down below, we have Tiny Hands and the other guy, because they have cockroach problems, apparently, right now. We're going to skip the middle for now. We're going to go to Dick the Pump Guy. He's the guy that puts all this together for us, so big round of applause. Putty clap for him. Down below, we have Tom, the UK guy who just hangs around too far along. And in the middle, I will let her introduce herself.
Oh my goodness. I'm Bunny. I'm from San Jose, and I'm the captain of Team Malice.
And did you make it in the bracket? Let's just go with that right away.
Yes. Yeah, we made it in the round of 32. Shocking.
Were you surprised?
Absolutely. Always. I never want to make it to the round of 32. I want to go and party afterwards, but they always make us do work.
So we're going to go a little bit over you and the rest of your team here to start with. Obviously, you seem to be missing somebody right now.
I know. David will be here maybe later. He's actually working on the robot instead of grouping off.
How many robots do you have?
Over 30.
How many Malices do you have?
Oh, currently we only have 2 Malices. I know. We lost one at RoboGames, so we're down to 2. Normally we have a lot more, but we have enough spares for like 10.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so chat. Any questions that you want in particular, you go ahead and tell us that right now. Otherwise, we're just going to keep on rolling. Dick, what'd you have for us tonight?
Well, I was going to do all the fight breakdowns from this time, but that's like 20 minutes. And then we were going to do brackets, but I figured instead we should learn a little bit more about Bunny, how she got into robot combat, because I met her. She was just helping out at events, but she just notified me that she was a competitor before that. So what is your history in robot combat, and how did you
I started when I was 11 in 2002. So that was quite a long time ago. That's my second competition ever. I actually only do not have any photos of me from my first competition. I only have photos of the robots. That's what I liked at the first competition, but that's my second competition. I started in the 1 pound bracket, and very quickly at this one specifically moved up to the 120. So I had a 120 pound robot and a 1 pound robot at this event. So it was a lot of fun. It was in Las Vegas, which is, the home of robots. And I really enjoyed it, and I got hooked, and I've been doing it ever since. And when I couldn't afford to build a robot, I would help out at the events, like RoboGames.
So you've done both sides of the event then. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. I used to pit run and event organize for Robo Games, and I've run events myself in my garage one time. There was little paddles as the prize. It was really fun. And yeah, I've pit run, which is basically where you go and you get all the robots in line to make sure that they get to their fight on time. And I did that for probably 4 years while I was in college because I couldn't afford to build the robots at that time. So I just helped out instead because I still wanted to be involved and I still wanted to do it because I love it so much. And the sport changed my life. So I just want to spread it as much as possible.
Tom, do you have anything to say?
Yes, I do.
I know you usually take about 2 hours to work up the courage to talk and all. So I'm going to give you the floor
Well,
right now.
usually
Ask your questions.
You got to
usually takes 2
precursor a
hours for
little
this.
bit. Drink your booze beforehand.
I'm not drinking tonight. I'm behaving. I'm on water. No, it usually takes 2 hours before there's an opening to jump in. Okay, Bunny, how many teams were you on before you started your own team? Because I know you were on the Rex team, one of my favorite robots ever to be in BattleBots.
For just BattleBots. Are you talking about just BattleBots teams?
In general. Let's go in general.
In general, I've been on many, many teams. I don't even know if I could count them. But on BattleBots, I was on Shatter and Rex, so 2 before Malice. I've been on the Tombstone team very briefly. I was on the Shredderator team very briefly. What else? Gosh, I've been on so many teams. I honestly couldn't count. I'm a bunny in all shapes and forms.
You were on the Shatter team?
I was on the Shatter team. I was, yes.
What season was that?
Season 4 and 5. 4 and I think 5 I went off on my own. Was it? Yeah, it was. No, 6 was when I went off on my own. 4 and 5 I was on the Shatter team. That was a lot of interesting times. Yeah, it was interesting. He's so meticulous and he demands things be done in a very specific way. So it's really interesting. It's definitely a different approach from what we do.
Wasn't that the year that the Shatter wheels were having a lot of problems?
Oh,
or am I
yeah.
wrong?
Yeah. No, the first year I was on Shatter, because he was using rollers, he wasn't using a custom pin through the rollers, so they kept bending, and so that was my whole job, was to replace those pins inside the rollers. And then the next year he upgraded them to, I believe, titanium. I want to say titanium, but don't quote me. And so they didn't bend anymore. Because the problem is when you hit the floor, Shatter jumps up and then it falls back down, and it would bend the pins in the rollers.
So we have a question. It's right here. There. Is Bunny your actual name? And when did this come about?
Legal middle name, and I changed it to be my legal middle name. It started because of BattleBot, or because of robots. At that event, when I was 11, all I knew about robots was that you had to have a theme when you went to events, because like back in the day on Comedy Central, every team had a theme. So that I thought you had to. I thought it was like required because I was 11. It was like I didn't know anything. I was stupid. So I wore some bunny ears, and then I would help out at the event because I have a problem and I physically can't not help people. So I was like sweeping up in the arena wearing these bunny ears. So everyone was calling me Dust Bunny because I was all dusty from sweeping the arena floor. And then they were like, oh, who's the girl in bunny ears? And they just called me Bunny, and I would respond, and it stuck, and everyone called me Bunny. So I just legally changed my middle name to Bunny.
And
could have been Dusty.
I don't know anybody who doesn't call you Bunny at the events. So
if you don't call me Bunny, I know not to trust you. So like I have no problem with people calling me Adrian, but first off, it takes me a minute to realize you're talking to me because I don't go by it. Like it doesn't even register that that's like who I am. And then I also just know that I'm like, oh, this person doesn't actually know me. They are some sort of fan who wants to try to like prove that they know who I am. That's most often what happens is people who try to like be like, oh yeah, I know her. That's Adrian, like they try to make it like a thing. And I'm like, oh, I absolutely do not know this person. Great to know that I don't know you. And it's really funny.
It's like calling Nick Fury, right?
Yeah.
You call him Nick instead of Fury.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really funny.
So have you watched Rocky a lot? Or
That's
no?
oh my god, one of the main reasons I hate the name Adrian.
Adrian.
First off, a lot of spas would cancel my reservation because they thought I was a dude. First off, like that's like I know it's really funny. Like I had it happen 3 separate times where I would book a spa day, and I would get there and be like, "Oh, we canceled. We thought you were a man." I was like, "Okay," and then be like growing up, everyone would be like, "Adrian," and I'd be like, "All right."
You mentioned.
Go, Tom. Go.
Thank you. You mentioned the Comedy Central days. Who were your favorite teams growing up in the early days watching it?
And Warhead. I know it's terrible. It wasn't Son of Whyachi. I'm so sorry. Megadon was so cool. I'm sorry, but it was cool. And to this day, I still have a Warhead poster up in my garage of the original Comedy Central Warhead. Not even joking. It's down right now.
She's
That
just
original-
saying that because Tom's on.
That original
That's good
Warhead.
taste.
That original Warhead, that gas-powered one, that was all hydraulic. That was that was so amazing.
It was so cool. It was so cool. And like Mechaton just looks like a nightmare, like come to life. It literally, like we were talking about spiders and cats chasing spiders earlier. Oh no, cats should be chasing Mechaton because that thing is freaky.
So the question here is, have you watched one of our live streams before?
I have not, so I am going into this completely blind.
Okay. Well, then I have this.
I recommend.
I'm supposed to ask this
Bunny,
question to Reese then.
I recommend a drink. Do you have something to
I
drink
do.
by chance?
I do. We're good. We're good.
Reese,
Water?
do we get a cover for out-of-date cat milk?
So I just typed it up. Little fun fact for you: cat milk does not have an expiration date. Because everything I send out gets sent with whiskey, and so it actually just sits there and ferments over time.
No.
Is it like honey? You know, honey doesn't go bad either.
Cat milk's really sweet. You
So-
really ought to try it.
Especially the male
Cat
milk.
like honey, huh?
Okay, all right.
So
Really hoping this is still a joke.
we're gonna stop
it
that.
Hey,
actually-
I got
yeah.
a pregnant cat.
We
here.
don't know yet.
Well, she's
it
not
might be
pregnant
true.
anymore.
Yes, he had more cats,
Mom
folks.
cat.
All right.
Oh, I wish I
Chat-
had a picture. I
Chat,
wish I
how
had
many
a picture.
how many cats do you think Reese has now? What do you think? How many? Put it in
Oh,
there.
Who are you asking? Oh, the
The
chat.
chat. The
Everybody.
chat knows.
Hey,
How
hey,
many
Bunny.
how many
I'm gonna
cats
say
is too many cats? We're
it's
back to this question
more-
again.
13
more
is
than
what makes you
10.
cat lady.
Yeah.
13. On the right, you can see private chat. Can you click on that, Bunny? I'm gonna
Yes.
type in there.
137. We'll be there next year, Ray.
I can't see. Oh, I see it. Oh, I see the non-private chat. Oh, interesting.
Yes, Ray. Yes, you became a little hectic there on
Although
that last
you
stream,
were
didn't
you were the highlight of that stream, Ray.
You were,
That was-
yes. Everybody
I
loves
wanted
seeing
I
that.
wanted to clip it up, but they were like, "Nah, Ray's probably not gonna like that." I'm like,
Yeah, we don't want to
"Dude,
publish it
that's awesome."
too much.
Just did a shot of Ray's chair just swiveling while he's on the floor.
Okay, Reese, give him the number.
Reese,
How many
jump
cats
in.
do you have now?
I have 12 cats. 12 cats at the moment. I spent Monday morning, let me tell you. I'm a cat farmer through and through. I had to get up at 3:30 and start birthing them calves. Popped out 3 of them the first day. Over the next 24 hours, we popped out 2 more. So we got 5 out of this litter, and was that 7 plus 5? Now we got 12.
So Oz is asking, Bunny. I've heard you do artwork. What kind of mediums do you work in?
I use Procreate and Photoshop, and I know that makes me a not real artist because real artists use Illustrator, but I freaking hate Illustrator with a fiery passion of my soul. Like my soul hates Illustrator, and I have to use it for work sometimes. And I want to shoot everyone that uses this to create dimensioned drawings. It's not okay. It's not okay.
Funny, can you go over what happened with that damn scooter?
Oh yeah. So I
That's
was
a good
trying to
story.
see. Okay, so I was riding the scooter back and forth to make Jake jealous because
What?
from walking back and forth to the hotel, because the year prior he had seen me rent a scooter, and he's like where'd you get that? I was like, I brought it from home. So I bought 2 for this year just to make Jake mad, and so I was riding it back and forth from the hotel, and I was trying to be safe because I didn't want like something to happen, which was the problem. And I was going really slow, and I waved at the gruff guy, and because I was going slow, the scooter just went out from under me and I face planted. I blame gruff.
I have the picture. You've got the mask on. Can I show it?
Oh yeah, please go ahead. Show all the photos. I don't care. It's graphic. Just warning you. Wait, do I have a different? Oh, actually, I have a better one than that. But that's
yikes.
I mean, that one.
You had to go on camera. Like what? The next day with that?
The next 3 days later. Luckily, I did this right before the break.
Later, okay.
I was so smart. I did it right before the break. I definitely it was pretty bad. I had 2 big black eyes, and it was really funny because I would cover it up with makeup for filming. So and then I would take the makeup off at the end of the day. And Mark's tracking every day. He forgot that I had it because I had the makeup covering it, and I would take it off, and he'd be like, "Buddy, are you okay?" I was like, "Yep."
And I was walking out when she was walking back in with David from the hospital. It didn't look good, man.
It's not fun. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Makeup covering some of it sometimes.
That is rough. Yeah.
What did you say to David?
Well, David was so funny. He is not good in an emergency, apparently. So I had to get Debbie.
Throw him right under the bus.
So I had to get Debbie to take me to the hospital and sit with me because David was just like, I don't know how to handle this, and he kind of just abandoned me a little bit. It was fine though. It was fine. I'm very good at getting through this stuff. So Debbie came and she sat with me, Debbie from Whiplash, and she's just like the pit mom, right? So she came and sat with me, and it was really funny because when they told me I had a concussion, they didn't say anything. They're just like, here's some paperwork, you have a concussion, we'll see you in 10 days. And so I walked out, I was like, I have a concussion. She's like, are you allowed to go home? What's going on? I was like, I have no idea. And Debbie was like, let's sit down and read this paperwork and figure out if you can go back. And I was like, okay.
What's the BattleBot CTE protocol? Do we have any?
What's a CTE?
It's the standard professional sports concussion protocol.
Oh,
she's got to sit out so many hours.
I would think no.
I was back at filming in 3 hours.
They just yell at her and make a new rule, and then which is what BattleBots is good at.
They love
Talk
making
faster.
rules, no doubt about that.
They said no more scooters.
Yeah, they did say no more scooters.
What's this bot? You were on this team here?
I was on the little baby bunny on top of Maximus was a 340-pound super heavyweight. I call it the D2 super heavyweight from back in the day. And so mine was that little 1-pound baby. That was my very first robot ever. I made it from, I took the shower bar off the wall of my house and my mom was pissed. And I stuck it on on an RC car that I had. I literally just drilled holes to mount those. Those were those long threaded screws that you could get at Home Depot or whatever. And I literally just long threaded thing, and I took the shower bar off the wall and cut it and put it on the front, and I beat Brian Neve with that robot. To this day, I think he let me win. He had a robot called Pushy Bots Still Suck, and so I beat him with the Pushy Bot, and I'm 90% sure he let me win, but not 100% sure. He says he didn't. So
What year was that?
2002.
At what event?
Las Vegas street fights. It was run by some dude that I don't talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fun one to end on. Huh? Just cut the stream now. Stop now.
That's this event here, right?
Yep, that's Las Vegas street fight.
Yeah. See, everybody see behind Bunny there that chain link fence. That's where they fought the heavy bots, right? No Lexand.
Yep,
so it used to be like India.
These are back in the day when there was 340-pound robots.
And you live.
One went through. So the very first event was this cinder block wall, and literally that D2 kit that I just showed you, it went through the cinder block wall onto the highway, onto a fully functional highway. Toro Maximus was there, which is the old Inertial Labs guys, and they flipped people like right in front of us. And there was at that event there wasn't even the chain link fence. There was literally just these what are those they're gates, but they're like the.
Well, it's
red
just a
chromome.
flipper, though. What can it do to you?
Yeah.
Throw a 340-pound robot on top of your head.
Yeah. My dad almost got hit by a 340-pound robot because it went out from under those like gate things right into the crowd. I had a very different like robot experience growing up. And
But
it was fun to relive it at RoboGames.
Just so the fans know, you do build bots. You're not just there on the sidelines.
Right.
We're just going to confirm that right now.
I built all 7 of the live show Malices by myself. That was a lot of work. I build robots. I mean, look at my nails.
Throughout the years, you've been building robots.
Working.
You're not just on the team.
That's a big rock.
Yeah, I built.
Can we see that rock again?
Look at my nails. Just got them manied.
Yeah, no, my nails. Look at my nails. Like you don't get nails like this when you don't work on robots. Like that's I can't have a manicure. I can't. I reach in. And
Well,
how's your calluses? You got calluses?
Good,
Look at these calluses.
Yeah.
All right.
The Reese's are worse from all the milking.
Respect.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes I gotta shave them off in the morning before I milk them. You gotta have that touch.
Is there one of those really cool, like all the Malices in a circle pictures anywhere?
No, I was so tired after building them. I didn't.
Or
want to
driving all at the same time, like in synchronous.
No, that was cool though. I should have done that. That one.
Oh, you wanted to make the deadline?
Yeah, I wanted to make the deadline. I wanted to be I was the first one done, but I was not the first one that delivered. Christian Carlberg was the first one that delivered because he took all the parts and built them at the live show, whereas I built all the robots and then delivered them.
He did have the simplest bot, though, right?
Me?
No.
Christian Carlberg? Oh, yeah, Christian Carlberg. His robot is very simple. I really like it. It's overkill. It's literally 2 motors.
So
which is the exact opposite of his name.
Yeah. He's
Underkill.
Underwhelmed.
I'm sure at the time it was overkill, more or less.
True, yes.
Back in the day.
Assuming it's 20-year-old design, it probably was overkill back then.
I think the blade came from the top, so that's why it was overkill.
Oh, overkill. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I was the second. I was the first one done, but the second one to deliver.
How would you want to build a sow? Would you build a sow for the live show?
A walker robot? No.
No, not a walker, just a sow, the son of Whyachi. You build it.
Yeah.
It would be titanium. It would be like the bars, like that tube steel would 100% be titanium. If I was like Whyachi and I had Whyachi money, everything would be titanium.
Don't you have live show money here that you're working with?
Yeah, we rolling in that cat milk round here.
Yeah. We heard you made bank on the live show, Malices.
We did make money. I think it was, still overall, we're in the hole, like $200,000 for Malice.
That's it?
But we did make money from the live show. It's the first time that we made money doing robots. So like it was fun. I think it was a good experience.
So why do we do it then?
I do it because I freaking love it. I don't know.
So
why.
overall, you're in the hole 200,000 on bots so far.
Is it the adrenaline rush on stage? Is that
I don't
is that
care
a portion
about
of it?
So I don't care about this show part at all. Zero care. If it went on TV tomorrow, I would not care.
There's people who spend way more on hobbies that have like less cool stuff happening.
I agree.
Do they though?
Yeah.
Like more money? Like what? Give me an example.
I don't know.
Boating. When I had a boat, it was way more money.
Yeah, motor racing.
Boats.
Okay.
Yeah, boats are
people.
Yeah, like supercar people.
Supercar people.
Just
I mean, this
fishing
isn't
in general?
expensive, but even just like the amount of time put in, I feel like there's.
I got buddies who have like
more
15 St. Croix rods at $300 a piece. Like, why do you need that many rods to begin with?
I will say that Malice cost $30,000 this past year, which was like shocking. So that's really good. Like because the first year it was $95,000. The second year was $85,000, and then this past year it was only $30,000. So we're getting down. Like the costs are coming way down.
So why? Who would love to see a live show? You know,
Everyone.
Tiger Rock is saying why wouldn't we want a Tombstone there? Now we have two different sides of it, right? We have the consumer side. They're buying the show. They want to see good shots. And you also have the BattleBot side where I don't want to spend a lot of money fixing things. What side do you lay on this? Would you want to see a Tombstone?
I would absolutely want to see a Tombstone. I think so. I don't know. I really enjoyed the live show. Like, I think it's a fun, like it's not like, I don't know. It's different from regular BattleBots, but I really liked it. Like I really love robots though. Like I have a problem. I have like an obsession with robots.
It's an addiction.
With your
It's an
contract
addiction.
on the live show, when does the bonuses kick in?
Whenever they sell more than 750 tickets per night, that's when we get some. Like if our robot is competing the night that they sell more than 750 tickets, we get money.
Has that happened?
So never.
No.
Okay.
Right now, what I was told, like they were selling about 50%, and they hold about 1,000 in the arena, so they're selling about 500 tickets. I think. I don't know the real numbers.
Is this privied information that we shouldn't be talking about it kind of thing?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter now.
How about-
It's
Would you-
strange
would
how they
you-
put the threshold exactly at the point that they know that they're never going to have to pay out.
Would you rather talk about the international royalties?
I don't think are there international royalties? I don't think so. I think that you know. I don't
Well,
know
about 4 years ago, you signed a contract that said all the builders share in 5% of international
I
royalties.
fully never expect to be paid anything from BattleBots. Like that is like the real honest to God truth. Like the payments
Which
are
is
so
fine.
like.
If we can get sponsors, if we can get big sponsors,
One of two things have to happen here. Either the money's got to come from Discovery, from Network, from BattleBots, or we have to have real sponsors, for consumer brands that are marketed worldwide.
Absolutely.
How much did Monster pay for
imagine if 10 years ago, if the powers that be at F1 said, hey, you guys are team owners of the cars, you can only get the local C store to sponsor you. Where the hell would it be right now?
It'd be terrible. Yeah.
At minimum per bot, it should be 200,000 a year.
The problem is they're not very open with their accounting. Like they say that they will come, they'll let you come and look at their accounting if you go to BattleBots, but they won't send you any numbers. So and the numbers they send you, they're not very detailed. So you can't really understand where the money goes or where it comes from.
Can we go with a forensics accountant who actually knows what to look for? That would be handy.
You'd have to go with that. You'd have to you'd have to make a really big stink and a really big deal to get any money from BattleBots, and it's just not worth it for me. Like for me, I do this because I love it.
Open it up so you can get real sponsors.
Yeah, I mean, how much did Monster pay to have their name across motocross? Probably like $10 million, right?
Who knows?
Something like that. Well, all we need is $1 million. What's $1 million spread across 50 teams?
It should be at least 200,000 per bot per season. I think you're going to see much better bots, and then the guy's time is finally accounted for the countless hours of design and engineering, building all the parts, labor and materials, and at the event.
I think we're one of the best teams for tracking our expenses because we have a full spreadsheet that we like every single thing that we ever spend like a dime on gets put in the spreadsheet, period. So I think that's why when we released our first spreadsheet that was like $95,000, it kind of shocked everyone because I don't think anyone else, I feel like if other teams had really tracked their robots, they would have been right around the same because we had 3 robots for that. And that's about $30,000 a robot, which is
not many people account for their time.
Yeah. And we don't account for any time. And we don't even track our time.
You have to.
I think we should.
Should. Absolutely.
Well, I think it makes people uncomfortable to do that and realize what they're spending too. Like if they could just go, oh, it's a couple $100 here. It's this amount for batteries a couple of times. It's this replacement part we rushed order. If they tracked it, they'd go, oh,
holy shit.
Problem.
Yeah. You'd have to come to the realization that you have to justify that cost. Like the whole cost. I can justify it. It doesn't bother me. I love this sport. I love everything about it. I love the people.
Yeah, you'll trade off your time for being at the event and doing the event.
Okay.
But shitloads of titanium, that's hard to account for.
Now,
Right.
I'm going to have to go on the opposite spectrum of this, where I personally think the people who are going to keep doing it and keep BattleBots not having to up the ante is what's going to run the show into the ground. Because eventually, the
You mean
people
the
who
cheap
are
labor?
doing it for free, like us and everybody else, they are going about it and they're going to figure out, okay, this isn't worth it for us anymore, and they're going to quit. And then the show goes to the ground because there's nothing sustainable about the show.
It would be, but it's an addiction. Can you stop
Ray
today?
did help with the balance.
And it's not this
I
season.
get one more of
I
that,
mean,
self-
years and years and years ago, we could see that it's unsustainable, but yet somehow we're still doing it.
Yeah.
Ray did help with the Malice team. I see that in the chat. Ray did help. When I got my concussion, I called Ray and I was like, Ray, I don't want to go on screen with my face all messed up with like this. Please come out with me so people will be talking about you instead of my face. And he's such an angel. He's like, you can't say no to Bunny. It's like kicking a dog. And it's very true. You can't say no to me. And so,
It's kicking a bunny.
He came on the show. He came to help with Malice because I was just really nervous and really scared. And I just, like having my face all messed up, it was really uncomfortable. So it was just more like having a dad, like it was like having your family there. I have a very shitty family. So like my family is the
I
robot
know
workers.
all about shitty families.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, look,
Are
he's
you
got his
kidding me?
family
I
in
got
the
I got
background.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend back
You
there.
know a funny thing about your family? So I've known you guys
She's not a big talker.
forever, right? I would have paid money. I would have bet money that Jake and Reese were cousins. I would have bet money that you guys were cousins. I did not realize that you guys were brothers. And I've known you forever. It can't, like, about a year ago, someone told me you guys were brothers. I was like, no, they're not. They're cousins. He's like, no, they're brothers. I was like,
Well, you probably didn't even know who I was until like a year ago.
I think, well, I had seen photos of you, but I had never met you.
On
And
OnlyFans?
Yeah, that's because usually I'm the weasel, the gopher of the team. Hey, we need a 9/16 Allen wrench here. Yep.
But then Tiny Hands took that over, and then when Trevor
Yeah.
came into the picture, he took that over. So everybody's
And
going
Luke-
up levels,
Luke-
and the shit just
Luke
rolls
didn't want to
downhill to
drive
Trevor
anymore.
now.
Well, Luke wants to drive. He doesn't want to do interviews, so I got thrown into it. Yeah, I'm not a good driver at all. I'm not like the first pick here. I'm just like the one that's like not on strike. So
I don't know. I like you guys.
Well, they won't let Rachel be captain, so.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Don't dredge
not
up
true.
this fucking Congo again.
So many
Rachel
dick pics.
won't let
Oh my
Rachel
God,
be
Rachel, how many
captain.
dick pics do you get already? Like, be honest.
I don't.
I know what? No, I know
Really?
like 10
What?
builders. I know like 10 builders who are like, Rachel's the one.
Hey,
Rachel's the
Hey,
one that they would
okay.
just
Speaking of other
No, no.
women on teams, Bunny, what other women's really put their women put their nose to the grindstone working on the bots on the other teams?
Yeah, we don't want to go there. Dick, what was
Jen
your question?
Herkenrota.
I wanted Bunny to convince Rachel to be team captain.
No.
yes, but she's got to take part in my bits. That's the only.
See, there's
No.
the problem.
Why wouldn't you do the bits? The bits are the best part. I loved trying to be a villain. I tried so hard. No one would do it though because I'm too bubbly. People think
Fair.
that bubbly means you can't be mean, but
We
you
can
can
make you a
absolutely
villain.
be mean and bubbly.
Yeah, we
I
could
had
drum
this
up. We could drum up some
absolutely.
like rivalry.
We could
I
totally
had this
You're like,
absolutely
oh, that now is-
beautiful bit lined up for going up on stage with a pair of panties. Actually, it was multiple pairs for the witch doctor fight. And
Vetoed.
Tiny Hands shot it down.
It was a terrible idea.
It was
Don't do the-
tremendous.
I
It
had
was
no idea. Oh my God.
terrific.
I am such a vanilla person. I did not know what the paddle was. I swear to God, straight up, Jeff Waters did this to me. Jeff Waters did this to me, and now I have to lean into this kid. I was just this goth little happy vanilla person.
I thought it was supposed to be like a sword.
And this is the topic he comes in on too.
He said she's got the paddle.
I'm so vanilla, and so I was just this happy little goth girl, and I was just gonna be like this little happy little goth girl. And Jeff Waters was like, "Hey, bring a paddle. It'll be fun. It'll symbolize like friendship and like fraternity and like like a fraternity paddle, and like it's just for fun." And now I have leaned into
fraternities known very much for their fun times.
We're learning.
Crazy. It was
Just
crazy.
learning quite a bit about Jeff Waters here.
Fully, like now I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm the BDSM person.
Just tell everybody it's a cricket paddle.
Ooh. What about the
you
unicorn
need a British
team?
accent to sell it.
Do you remember the unicorn team?
Bubbliest goth girl.
I am the bubbliest goth girl. I'm like, what's it called? Like rainbow goth or something like I don't know what it's called. I just love the goth look. And then my personality does not match the goth look at all. But I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Reese, for finally muting your mic. The chip bag was. They're asking, is there something on your desk that somebody's looking at? No, not your desk. Sorry, Reese. Reese, what's on your desk?
Is it your blow up doll?
Oh, it's a funnel.
Is it my girlfriend?
The yellow
That's my girlfriend.
Funnel for his liquor.
Oh, the little orange thing.
Oh, this
the little
thing.
orange thing.
Yeah, this is my baba.
It's a
This is the adult baba. This is how.
That's his
So I'm
menstrual cup.
drinking. I'll show you the process here. Water.
That's what he sticks on the cat.
Plain water.
That's how I get that cat milk so clean, huh?
Yeah.
Take about that
You gotta
much
filter
out of
that
it.
cat milk first.
Then we got some lemonade Mio here. 1 hefty squirt of that.
I'm a sub. I do not like thank you, sir. May I have another? Yeah, I'm not a dominant person. I'm like the exact opposite.
Hey, we're
What about
sexual
chat, the
here.
chat
I
is
like it. I like
What about
it.
David?
David, Daddy David.
There you
Okay.
go.
He's shaking his
He's
head.
so upset about this. He hates when I call him Daddy David, but it's true.
So let's try to get this on track a little bit here. I don't have these in any particular order. What are we looking at here? Can you see it on your end, Bunny and David?
I see it great. It's it looks like Manta against that's White Rabbit, which is Malice, obviously.
So what's your association with Manta?
We sponsored Manta. We paid for Manta. This one. We paid for this specific Manta. About 10 grand of total. Yes, it was, because we gave him the $2,500 NPM. We gave him $5,000 cash, and we gave him cent. Yeah, we sent about 10 grand. We gave him about 10. Oh, there's Malice! Yay!
Bonnie, can you fund our bots next season?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
we're
So
done.
I got
We're
an
done.
idea.
We're so done.
How many bots did you fund this year?
We funded a lot. We did Banshee. We did sponsorship for Banshee. We did sponsorship for Mad Catter, Triton, Jackpot.
Okay, so question: how come you don't sponsor a good team?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I had to say it, guys. I had to.
Folks, that's
Manta's
why
a
he's
great
the
team.
villain.
I don't know. what
Okay,
you're talking about.
I will give you that. Manta is a great bot. Absolutely.
That was the one we tried to get on really hard. We tried really hard to get them on, and BattleBots didn't want them. So
Here.
Manta looks a lot like our old Falcon.
I'm going to turn this. Oh, everybody, watch your ears a little bit. The natural sound of Manta has got to be heard.
yes,
So
I agree.
I'm going to turn this up here. Oh, what's going on here?
We hit. There's like in the in the Robo Games arena, there was like this panel on the inside that was like a secondary, like useless panel. I don't know what it did. It didn't do anything. It fell off. That's what it did. It's like the sign for BattleBots. It's the sign for BattleBots.
Okay.
It fell off like pretty much every fight.
Got stuck on it. There you go.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah.
him in
Put
the
him in
picture
camera
here.
too. He wants to be on here.
Yeah. No, a little more.
This
little
is just
more.
like BattleBots. He never gets any
There you
camera
go.
time.
Oh,
I know.
yeah, there you go.
I tried. Oh my god, this
No.
is really hard.
So is this your first time of two
uh,
bots that
no,
you funded
that
went up
didn't
against
change.
each other? It's your
This
first.
was our first time fighting. Yeah, this was our first time.
Scooch to your left. Scooch to your left a little
I
bit.
mean, how much money could you lose on this particular match?
This one,
Okay.
wow, this
All
one cost us a ton of money.
We haven't even taken it.
We haven't even taken it apart. We haven't even taken it out of the truck yet. We don't know how much that one cost us. That one was a rough fight, though. That one was an expensive fight for us. He is now funding it on his own. Like we are no longer giving him any money, so he's gonna fund it on his own from now on. We just wanted to help him fund the original concept robot to show that he was good enough to get on battle bots. That's the truth.
We got a couple of concepts for next season. I mean, if you wanted to fund another one.
No, we're done. We're done giving people money. No one ever It's always a problem. So
let me suggest this issue though. I've explained to some people that let's say you design the best kick-ass 4-wheel drive vertical disc that looks like Witch Doctor and Hypershock, and you enter it, and it doesn't get taken, not because it's not good, right? So I think we need to get the fans to lobby. This sucks, but I think we need to pick one of the drums that isn't performing. I'm not going to say a name, and we replace them with Manta.
Yeah, but what's wrong with drums though? There's not a lot in that segment anyway.
Yeah, there should be more.
I mean, what is it? 4 right now? 4 out of 50 bots is what's currently sitting at.
Is that it?
Really going to suck for shredded, bro, when you get rid of them.
Anyways, so
I clicked the button.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, so the panel fell off and they stopped the match because obviously the roof was terrible. The walls of the Robo Arena were fabulous. I really tried to kill Hawkins in this fight. One of our teeth goes directly on his head. I tried. Oh, was that the other fight? Oh, it was Mad Cat. That's right. It was Mad Catter. And so we tapped out immediately here because we didn't want the robot to go through the roof completely. Like, it had gone through the roof partially. It had gone about maybe halfway through the roof. And so we definitely tapped out because we didn't want it to go all the way through the roof. And really, they should have stopped fighting verticals.
What size diameter is Manta's drum and RPM and weight?
It's not big.
It's 70 pounds. I believe it's 20 inches wide. I know it's
7-inch diameter.
And
about
20
7
inches wide. It's wide. 20 inches wide.
Looks like 8.
I don't think it's that wide.
It's wide. It's wide. I think it's 20 inches wide.
No, diameter. I can see it being
diameter?
20.
Oh, no. Diameter, it's very small.
It doesn't seem to be gyroing too bad.
Yeah, it's
really that maybe.
Yeah,
the energy. I mean, you got a 70-pound mass spinning pretty fast, but it's not out there, so it's not going to gyro too much.
Hey, Bunny, has David seen this this video that I sent you of? Has he seen this video? I wanted to.
Did you see this video of you not flinching?
Yeah.
This is.
Do it, dude.
I was doing edits and I found this and I was like, "This is
the best video.
This is so great." Okay, there's Malice in the arena. Who's hitting it or what's happening here? Do we know? Lockjaw is they're fighting.
Right, we're fighting Lockjaw.
Watch this reaction.
Me and David, me and the other David, immediately back. We're not ready to die. David is ready to die. David is ready to die. I don't know if you can run through love. This is what he loves.
Seeing as it's looping, you can see he actually moves forward.
He does. He's like, let's do this.
Let's watch right here. He goes back. He's
embrace
moving.
it.
He's fully trusting the Lexan.
Next time, I want to see your face on the Lexan.
So you have one driver on the drive and one on the weapon, correct? Who's doing what?
David drives, and Rush does weapon.
So the guy concentrating on driving is the guy not moving. That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm trying to get closer to see how close I am to the robot.
Right? Go kiss it while it's up there.
So this is
Mad Catter versus Malice. Oh, jeez. I love this. It's so fun.
So how did Malice do at Robo Games?
We got third.
We got third. We did great. We did fabulous. We did so we didn't have their drum. We would have gone further if we had Big Red, but it was too expensive to run Big Red at Robo Games, so we just ran the drumstick.
How did you come up with the name White Rabbit?
I'm white and it's a bunny.
Sitting around a lot of campfires.
Because back in the day there was a vapor bot that a guy named Pugsley was supposed to build named
I
White
heard about
Rabbit.
that afterwards. After I named it White Rabbit, I heard all about the vapor bots.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I don't know. It's supposed to be like Malice in Wonderland, right? So there's like a White Rabbit, Malice in Wonderland.
I like that.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
where
it's
my
supposed
brain
to
went
be
to
like,
immediately.
Really?
like the what's it called?
Not
I
now.
called it Out of the Void, you know, like out of the Looking Glass. I called it Out of the Void.
Sure. Yeah,
And so it's like the Malice in Wonderland White Rabbit, right? Like Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
Okay,
so this
so the-
fight's Dream Fight then, because it's the Cheshire Cat versus the White Rabbit.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
It's like the whole like yeah, it's all it is what it is.
So which one's better then? BattleBots or this type of competition?
This is much. I prefer these types. I don't love the TV at all. Period. I would if I never had to go on TV again.
Keeping that weapon face.
I do it because I love robots. So
Manta spins out.
Ooh, upside down.
Can it make the right motion?
Manta suit.
To
There's
up
some
itself?
gyros.
This is interesting.
Oh man!
So I know what
There's a
happened in this
decimator
fight.
making a
Very
statement.
nice.
What is the flipper bot here?
Weapon.
That's hexadecimal. Hexad is what everyone called it. So what happened was when he got flipped over, they
Look
didn't
at those
foam
sparks.
pack the bot that well, and the battery
Drive went
connectors wore through and shorted on the top plate. And it
Oh.
caused a huge fire.
You know, Hexy D is from back in the day also, that name.
I did know
Yeah, but
that. Yeah.
why can't he gyro over?
Half his drive is out. I mean, he might be
Yeah.
able to, but
I
half his
think
drive
I
is
think
out.
his battery started shorting pretty much immediately. I think they started shorting immediately, so he didn't have the the ability to. I think he lost all his power from his
Okay,
batteries.
I got it. Oh, you got it. Okay. So once Bunny collects the 5 Infinity, David, she will complete the Malice
3
Gauntlet.
more.
You just start
The
going.
multiverse stands
I'm down,
no
David. I'm down to only
chance.
2 Davids. I had 3 Davids, and I'm down to 2 Davids. So I'll never.
Somebody
I
stole a
won't add
David.
more
They
Davids.
have unstuck themselves.
Thank you, Exploding
They
Seagull.
should
Name the
Cobalt.
next bot, David.
The next bot, yeah.
David's driving David. We got David
Actually,
on the weapon.
funny story. I made him name a robot
Quint
David
David.
Malice. I made him name it. He had an autonomous antweight that was just like so we have Andrew's Malice because Andrew Bergendoff designed this hub, this beautiful brushless mini bot hub, and so we used it and we call it Andrew's Malice because he did the work. And so when David turned Andrew's Malice into an autonomous ant, I made him name it David's Malice. It's really funny.
So if you would have another bot other than Malice, what would it be?
Mechadon.
What?
Mechadon.
Okay,
It'd be so cool. Or stop.
actual BattleBot.
Actual BattleBot.
Yeah.
Mechadon was a BattleBot. It just.
Do you want a flipper? You need a flipper?
I
No.
do not.
Yeah, we got one for sale. You need one?
Hydra's for sale.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's
No, it's not.
they're already
Yes, it
sponsored.
It
is.
is. It
Yeah.
We're
is for
sponsored a
sale.
shitty flipper. We don't need to sponsor another.
You wouldn't be sponsoring it. You'd be having it.
You could buy Bite Force anytime.
Yeah, we should buy Bite Force. I keep telling him to
Hey,
buy Bite Force.
we'll make it for you too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys made it, didn't you? Didn't you make the original?
We
There's no
helped
manual.
water jet the frame, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
send
No
cut, send
manual.
it.
Send it. Oh, that's funny.
Yes,
Hydra?
yes,
How much
Hydra's
do
for
you want
sale.
for Hydra?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can
Name a
send
price.
us
You know
all
what
the
else
money
is
in the
for
world
sale?
for it.
I forgot to actually put it on eBay, but shortly tomorrow, I promise, I'm gonna put it on eBay.
Big spot
The
right
Fusion
away.
frame versus
Markarama.
Rotator, the vert is still stuck in the frame because
All
Oh my
Rotator
God, really?
cockeyed it in the frame.
How fun.
Spinning up.
Yeah, why are you selling Hydra?
Oh, big spot.
Because it's always a good time to get out of BattleBots.
How much?
Or
How much?
uh,
I'll take $5 right now.
we were gonna sell both to battle bots for how much was it, Pa? 80? 60? 80.
It was too complicated, I heard.
Two frames, the whole thing running, everything, and then a spare set of the third stuff for everything else.
Too expensive.
Are you being kind here? What are you doing?
We
Kick their ass.
wanted to put it out to pasture at the Destructathon, but so far no deal. So
I hear they're going with Inertia Labs instead.
yeah, maybe. Who knows?
What we're doing in this fight, we wanted to test whether we wanted a very specific angle because we wanted to test whether this hub would work against wedges. So I redesigned this hub myself. It was really hard and not fun. So I made this hub because last year we kept shattering our bearings, and I found out it's my fault completely and totally. I didn't know that you were supposed to make bearings press fit, so I made them slip fit, and that was 100% my fault. Didn't know, now I know, yay. And so I press fit them, and so we wanted to test to make sure that these bearings wouldn't explode.
Jake could have told us. He's the one who made the shafts.
Yeah, Jake, you could have told us.
Hey, you didn't show me the rest of it. I make what the customer asks for, even if they're wrong.
That's true. That's true. No, it was 100% my fault. 100% my fault. I just didn't know. I genuinely thought you were supposed to slip fit them. Like, not even joking. So I didn't know that you were supposed to press fit them. And so now I know. And so now we press fit them, and now it never stops. It never stops now. So it looks really good. So we were testing very specific hits to make sure that this bearing would last.
Ray.
That's why we took it easy with Mad Catter and Manta. We just wanted to go weapon to weapon to see if we can handle it.
See what would break. Good testing grounds.
It wasn't like we weren't trying to win. We just want to see if the bearings would explode or not.
That's really true.
They didn't. So
they didn't. So that's good.
Well, you took some direct shots from Manta, like weapon to weapon, didn't you?
Yeah, we did it on purpose. It wasn't like I'm trying to win that match. I want to see if the weapon's going to fail or not.
Well, where else would you try to hit him anyway? I mean,
well, you try to hit him in the back, right? Like, because that's where his batteries are.
Yeah, but do you get to his back though?
Sure. Yeah, we can drive. We can drive around Manta. It's no trouble. David's the best driver.
Okay.
It would have been tough, but we're testing the bearings for this robo game, so that's why the last two fights we're just going weapon to weapon.
This is Manta again, doing its thing.
That weapon is something to be feared, and it's got the front lip.
Ray's still rocking the 2000 wedge.
I just read in the chat. Malice at Destructathon is a lot different. There's some similarities, but it's actually quite a bit different than regular Malice. It's every single piece that was either UHMW or titanium is now steel, and the back is completely flat and doesn't have a bunny tail, and the sheets are actually separate. So we used to like have combined sheets, and now they're completely separate. It's like basically a 3D puzzle. It's pretty different. Like it's.
Is it easier to work on?
Not the same.
Yeah,
is it just as competitive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we found out the MEO 909s, they don't really have a taper. Like it's just like all the power. So it still has the same power. It just doesn't last as long.
How many parts sales did you get so far from Destructathon?
Only one. Malice is actually, I'm very proud of this fact. Malice is the cheapest robot to run at Destructathon right now. The problem is it keeps destroying the other robots, which is why they pulled us from the lineup. We keep wrecking the other robots, but our Malice, we've only lost one part. So we're really
It's not that good.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, what a flop.
Yeah.
maybe you should cast a big rubber disc for it.
Just slap them around like that.
Because right now they still have the AR 500 teeth, and they should really just switch to aluminum teeth.
Yeah.
And just have them shatter every time.
Yeah, that would be cool too. Or really hard so they won't explode.
So what's your inspiration for the costuming behind the Malice
I was a little
theme?
goth girl. I was trying to be a little goth girl. I was trying to be like a villain. A little villain goth girl. So, you know,
What about the rest of the team?
Oh, Rush likes hard rock.
You're trying
Rush
to
likes
be a
rock.
villain.
I was trying so hard to be a villain. I was like trying so hard and no one would listen to me.
How did you think that would? Didn't you have anybody around you to do an intervention? I mean, who's going to believe this?
I mean, isn't it more evil to like
I just
be
didn't want to have
menacing
to
with
be,
a smile on your face?
Yeah, delivering a punch with a smile is arguably much more terrifying.
Yeah.
the real truth is I didn't want to have to be like nice all the time, right? Like I didn't like I know I am nice all the time, but I didn't want to have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be I wanted to be able to be like mean if I had to be, but apparently I can't even be mean if I have the choice.
Oh, this is some good work here. I didn't see this until just now. You are dismantling.
Oh yeah, we wrecked Original Sin.
That hit changed
It was
everything.
so good.
I wanted him to
Whoa.
start.
There is just debris everywhere, and it's still moving.
He
Barely.
refused to stop moving.
It is moving. Is it
The wheel is
controlled
just
in any way?
moseying around the arena.
So, when Malice was
You're gonna have to
originally
take
thought
all
up, it
the
didn't
tires
have
off
the
this
wedge,
guy.
correct?
No,
Well,
when it was the very first Malice looked like a penis.
Big hits.
It was
A
it looked
penis?
like Orby. It looked like Orby and it got a no. So I met David in Shanghai, China. And he
KOB2.
KOB2. And David had this team of the three Davids, David Small, David Liaw, and David Rush, and a robot that looked like a penis. It looked identical to a penis. I'm sorry, it was a penis.
I
And
like
David,
it.
his application video for this robot was hi, my name is David, and this is our robot. We think it will win. It was like the deadest, no personality application ever. And so they got a no. And I have gotten many teams on BattleBots, like many teams. I got Rex on, I got Jackpot on, I got Shatter on, I got like a bunch of teams on BattleBots. So he's like, hey, can you get us on BattleBots? I was like, okay. So I called Greg up. And I was like, listen, Greg, I've seen the video. I understand why they got to know, but they're like really good builders, and you should really give them a shot because, even though their personality may be flat, their robot's gonna be amazing. And Greg was like, "You got to be captain. You got to bring personality to this team, or we can't do it." And so I was like, "Okay." So I was the captain, and we redesigned because I hated the penis look. We found Isaac, and Isaac made this Malice, this beautiful, gorgeous little goth girl energy. Oh god, Isaac.
So you're saying that's the only reason the bot got accepted? Was because of you?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
What did you have over King of Bots? What team were you on?
We went with Mad Cat or Cat King.
Okay.
We were just wrenchers.
We were just wrenching. I've been on many teams.
So, I missed a question from the earlier chat. I'm sorry, GC, but how many pairs of bunny ears do you own?
I only have one set of flaming ears, the ones that I wear on BattleBots. I actually fix them and remake them pretty much every season. But I have 10 pairs of these because I have 2 pairs signed by Grant Imahara, which I retired immediately. The second he signed them, I retired them. They now hang on the wall, and they just have Grant Imahara's. One has Grant Imahara's and Mark Satrakian's signatures. Those will never be worn again. Those are now museum pieces. So, but otherwise, I have 10 of these.
Mark Satrakian came up to me and he's like, we were talking for a little bit, and I said, that's too smart for my brain. And he said, I got a feeling that you're smarter than you lead on to believe. And I said, no. It is what it is.
When I was on Rex, it was really hard. And so I have a lot of social anxiety, and people don't believe me because I'm so bubbly, but I have hardcore social anxiety. So when I'm around people, all I can think of is how I'm going to screw it up. Every single moment of every single second is how am I going to screw this up, and this person's going to hate me now.
We're the same way. We're the same way.
I do not believe you.
Yeah.
And so season 1 with Rex, Mark's tracking had this little dark corner. I'd never met Mark before in my life, not even once. But he had this little dark corner, and like it was like walking into the nightmare shadows, right? And so I was having like a really bad panic attack, and I just walked over and I sat there, and Mark just kind of looked at me, and he was like, and he just chilled. He just let me chill there for like an hour, and then finally he talked to me. He's like, hey, do you want to see this really cool program that I'm working on? I made it myself. I took a music program because all these other programs were not precise enough, and I took a music program and I reprogrammed it to control my robot. And it was like the craziest experience of my life. And he just showed me this program that he made to control his robots. It was the coolest experience. He's such a great person.
No, he's definitely a technical kind of guy. And
he's so next level. He's like,
I gave him an Udder Gun hat, and he was like, thanks, man. And that's how our whole conversation started there. And it's like, yeah, it was pretty cool. It was cool giving him a hat. And he wore it. For at least 20 seconds till he walked away.
I get starstruck. It doesn't matter how many times I see like Mark literally like held me and like patted my back when I was crying, and I still got starstruck seeing him the next time I saw him. Like he's such an angel, and he used to take me for tequila shots. He used to take me for this like super expensive like not shots, like they're supposed to sip them, but I shot them because I didn't know that. And like he used to take me out for tequila shots. It was the funnest time. Mark's tracking is like probably my favorite builder. I know. Disappointing all the rest of the
fans.
Probably my favorite.
Reese Word here.
He's a mad genius.
I've been browsing.
We've hit an hour. It's time for a commercial break.
And I noticed you have not bought anything.
Okay.
Somebody did ask if there was another Reese commercial. Reese, did you make another commercial this week?
Hold on a second here. We got to play this one, then I can come over and dub it.
No, I want Bunny, since she does all the marketing or a lot of it, and she knows about merch.
Oh, if it's any good.
I want a critique of Reese's ads and his merchandise.
100%. I want to hear 100%.
Good evening, bot fans. Reese Word here. I've been browsing through my Fusion merchandise store, and I noticed you have not bought anything.
I love it.
What?
These nuts.
Are you taking your shirt?
Fusion bikini not good enough for you? Does it not add enough lift in your bosom? Are you telling me that this bikini doesn't look good?
Oh no!
I got news for you. It's soft, it's comfortable, and it adds 2 cup sizes.
That was such a long pause. Engaging. He's like saying you, which is so important because it totally engages like the person. Like oh my gosh, how funny!
My God, this blue pair. Oh, you've even got a little kiss straight from my heart. T-shirts, more skirts, V-neck shirts for women. Oh, I know you ladies like this quarter zip pullover. You even got a deck of cards. Beach towels. Are you kidding me? And how could you forget about the panties? Of course.
You know, when I was a kid, when I was like 11, the very first robot merch I got was the RFL thong. I got the RFL thong and the RFL messenger bag and the RFL hoodie. I still to this day have the messenger bag, and I don't have the thong anymore, but I do have the messenger bag. And I made a replacement RFL hoodie for Diana from Scorpios.
Who was making these? Steve Brown or Brian?
I think it was Steve Judd. I'm like 90% sure
Really?
Steve Judd. Because he used to own the RFL. Like it was the Cafe Press website. Do you remember Cafe Press? Like Zazzle before Zazzle? And
I do actually.
Yeah, right. And so it was on the Cafe Press. I think it's still up on the Delphi forums. Like to this day, I think the link it's dead, but like the link is still there on the Delphi forums to go buy these things. And it was that was the very first robot like league merch I ever got was the thong. So I don't think the panties are unreasonable. I got harassed into making Malice underwear. I had these 2 fans and I love them desperately.
Should have made them really ugly.
I would post anything new merch wise. They're like, Malice underwear win. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna make it. You guys have to buy it. And to their like defense, they straight up did buy them. Like as soon as I made them, they both bought them. So somewhere in the world, there's these 2 guys running around with Malice underwear.
How many dick pics before this?
Reese word. Right on your ass cheek. And of course, we have the bikini. Available in many strap colors. Black, white, red, yellow, purple, pink, navy, light pink, ocean, and orange. And all this is available at fusion.printify.me.
All right.
Yeah. All in all, it's engaging. Right?
What do you think?
What do you think? So engaging. It is an A+ ad. I give it an A++. Really, honestly, truly, it's so engaging. I would go and buy Reese signed underwear right now.
Really?
And sell them to some.
You got yourself a deal.
So
I've seen the initial video that he shot, and then we bought him a new model named Jasmine to model the clothes instead of him.
She's back here.
No, I like Reese better. I think Reese is the one who really sells this. I don't think
sells it out better.
Reese.
I think he needs the plus size.
Yeah, there's a little bit of shock factor to a man wearing a bikini.
You were falling out a little bit. You gotta be modest here, Reese.
That's all right. We're taking what we can get.
If a bikini's good enough to reach you, it's good enough for me.
Exactly. Yeah.
The bar is low.
I love it. I love it so much.
Wait. Next, you need Fusion banana hammocks.
Oh shit! I forgot to dub over it after the end. We slash prices left and right on our website. Everything is cut by 25%, folks. If you did not buy it before, you better buy it now.
And everybody, the links are it's real. It's not a joke. The links are below, and Malice's merch and website are below as well.
I'm gonna buy the panties. I mean, I have to at this point. There's just
pretty
no
much.
point.
It's a given.
They
do look good, and they feel good too.
It's no wonder we don't have any money to build bots.
Yeah, it is expensive to run merch. That is a real. Oh, it's fusion.printify.com is not real. You lied to me.
.me.
Yeah, very weird ending there.
I don't know. I got it. Hold on. I'm going to buy these panties on live stream right now.
Reese, I need you to quantify with math how much this merch will improve my dating.
Ooh.
Are you a man or a female?
At least 5.
That's important. Here.
Why did you say it like that?
Yeah. It will improve.
It's not necessarily a binary choice.
It will improve by 5.
That's what I said 4. So
on a scale of what? Because
that's the.
I don't know if I agree.
That's the secret.
Yeah. 4 to 5.
So David, what were you working on the bot? Anything breakthroughs?
We're taking a month off now. I was working on stuff for RCV finals or whatever.
Yeah, the Robot Combat League finals in Seattle next weekend.
Yeah. Just working on the sportsman robot.
You're heading to Seattle next weekend?
We are having our robot tour. So we're going from Seattle to Colorado to LA. So we do like a robot tour every year where we just go everywhere and compete at all these places. It's my favorite thing, like, because the small robot events are legit the best robot events. Oh my gosh, they're so fun. Like they make you remember why you love robots. So if you're only doing heavyweights, you are missing out, like 100%, because like the small robots are where it's at, and it's so fun. So we're doing our robot tour, and so we go to all these different events and we fight.
Yeah, we did a bunch of those, back in the day when got off of Comedy Central and then jumped into the RFL.
Yeah.
2003, 4 area.
Yep. So 2002 is when I started, and I started because Comedy Central got canceled. So that checks out. It was probably 2002. Did you ever do Steel Conflict in Arizona?
No, in Pasadena.
Pasadena. Interesting. What was
Steve Brown had an event there. We flew into, I think, the Ontario airport. It was relatively close to there.
I didn't go to
so people want to hear your impression of me, Bunny.
Oh, Reese or
Give
Jake?
me your best Reese Ewert impression.
I had a really bad day today. Listening offered money. What's wrong?
She's in pain. She's in pain, trying not to look happy. Hurting her.
This ain't working.
That was the best Reese impression.
That was good. No, that was good.
Eeyore.
Maybe if you had a set of Eeyore ears.
Eeyore ears. I do somewhere. Not up upstairs. I have them upstairs.
Really?
I do. I have a whole ear set for Disney.
Yeah,
I gotta grab those and grab a gun for gun check coming up.
Okay. I can do that.
We'll have a recent.
Wait, are we doing Disney ears for gun check?
We can do. I only have one gun left. I used to have 30, but I moved away from Arizona and the crazy gun freedom laws. So in Arizona, did you know you can own a fully functional tank? A fully functional tank, like one with.
You can't.
That was an
most
option I would.
places, actually, it's just like $3 million to get one.
Is it really? How fun!
Yeah.
In Arizona, it's not much money. It's like the cost of the tank. And so when I moved to California, I had to get rid of everything. I have one left. That's it. That was just a special one. That was my
When did you move to California?
4 years ago. 3 years ago.
And what part of Arizona were you at?
I was in Tucson. That's where I'm from. I lived in Scottsdale for most of my life, but I was from Tucson.
You don't seem to have a year-round tan. You live in a cave?
I do. I stay in this, and these bunny ears give me the shade that I need all the time.
Okay, that would explain it.
That doesn't make sense.
So this sportsman, has it competed before, David, or is this a?
Yeah, we won.
I'm currently ranked number 2, and he's ranked number.
I was for Antly.
Yeah, we're ranked pretty high. Like
what's the name of it?
For the sport banana smash.
For mine, Andrew's Malice.
That's her 1 pound.
And Micro Malice.
That's her
and his is Unknown Avenger.
That's her 3-pounder.
And what is the other one? Scoop.
Oh, the Fleetway. We got a lot of robots. We got like 6 robots competing.
We have like 30 downstairs.
Banana BattleBots 2022.
No, I was at Robot Ruckus. That was like 2 years ago. I don't know.
Smashed banana. It's too hard to find.
It is. Hold on, let me see if I can try to find a photo of it. I don't know.
It's just a box.
It's just a box. His is yellow. It's like a yellow box. Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Just Google yellow box and that's Banana Smash.
So
and it's a little tappy tap of doom. Little tappy tap.
So they don't all look like Malice?
Oh, mine do. All mine look like Malice.
All the bunnies are Malice.
All his are Unknown Avenger, which is just a box with a little tappy tap arm. It's just a little, it goes tappy tap. I call it the tappy tap of doom. He likes to poke things.
So it's a hammer.
No, it's a controller. Yeah, it's like a controller robot. It's like Defender. Do you know Jason Vasquez's? It's like Defender, except for it doesn't lift up from the bottom.
Okay.
It's pretty much Whiplash without a weapon.
Oh, thanks. You're so cute. I don't know who Inferno X Blood is, but you're so adorable.
Oh, there. Without a weapon.
Hold on, let me see if I can find a photo of Unknown Avenger.
You're saying low.
I did buy those panties. I'm just saying.
I appreciate it.
You can go check.
I appreciate it very much.
Now, Reese, you need to buy some Malice underwear.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you got some?
We do.
Is that still for sale?
I think so.
You know, you should have sent me some pre-stream here because I'd be wearing them.
I should have. I didn't know that I was going to be on today. I didn't know that this was going to be a thing.
We've been trying to keep him from wearing the panties on stream.
Yeah, they don't let me wear
Why?
them.
I will sell more. Like, if you have it, my mom always used to say, if you have it, flaunt it. That's what my mom used to say. So you might as well flaunt it, Reese, because you got it.
So you know everything about all the bots, all the inside scoops on everything, right?
Sure.
You do?
No, not really.
What I'm curious is how you didn't know we did a live stream. You're on the 8th one. How did you not know?
I know.
I feel almost really insulted at this point.
I have been in a literal bubble trying to get all these things done. I've been trying to launch the bot hockey league. So I've been catting this bot hockey. And then I was getting Malice ready for robo games. And then I was doing robo games. And I told everyone, I was like, I'm not going to volunteer for robo games this year. I'm not going to do it. And then 10 days before robo games, David Calkins calls me and I have to volunteer for robo games. So I have been so incredibly busy the last, I have been nonstop going for the last, since BattleBots, really. I haven't, since Remar, since Las Vegas.
Who's doing
Remar.
your design? You and David are doing the design on CAD?
Bunny's doing all the CAD.
I do all the CAD
updates
work.
now.
I do all the
All
CAD
the
work.
updates. After Isaac finished the first one, Bunny's
I took over because Isaac is done. Isaac loves robots, but he hates heavyweights. So
David, when you're building these parts and shit isn't fitting together, I mean, you're going back to Bunny and saying, "What the hell?"
Always fits together. How dare you? I am very proud of this. I am so good at making parts that out of the box they work. I am.
What was the thing about the shaft you were just saying?
You never told Bunny what the hell were you thinking here?
The shaft was Isaac. The very first shaft was Isaac. The one that I didn't know.
Always blame it on somebody else. That's the perfect group leader.
Hold on a second here. We did not talk about your matchup in this round of 32 yet.
No.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about.
We haven't talked about brackets yet.
How are you
we're
feeling
holding that
going into this fight?
Switchback.
Yes,
we can wreck
switchback.
We can wreck switchback. It's
Yeah.
I was never afraid of I think that Switchback is a fabulous robot, but I think he's too top heavy.
He's too top heavy.
I think he's too top heavy.
I think they're top heavy, which is not nice to say about people, but bots is okay.
It seems like they upgraded their armor this year. It looked a lot like Blip and Tantrum, their armor.
Oh, almost identical.
It's Tantrum on the bottom. Yeah.
How convenient. So how many horizontals are in this? How many horizontals are in 32?
3.
Way to label this.
If you include Ribot 4.
Oh, we don't include Ribot.
Ribot's not a horizontal. In my
look
opinion,
at us though. Look at us though. 32, 17, right next to each other.
I don't know how you're not 31. And Shatter got 31 over.
Yeah, I know.
How are you the worst of all those bots putting 3 of the fight of the weeks out there?
Interesting, yeah.
2.
Oh, 2. Right. I was the other one. My bad.
Well, for sure.
But
Yeah,
still
for
2.
sure is a Multiplier, Witch Doctor. No, Rotator was not fight of the week. I don't think. Neither was huge. So 2 of the 4.
you're right.
You should be 31 or 30.
So who's going to come out of that
I
quadrant?
think it should be 7. I think it should be 7.
Who's going to come out of that first quadrant there? Fusion
Hefty
or Malice?
7.
I've never seen Malice start on fire.
Actually, I'd prefer to be 29 going up against Hydra.
Well, here's
yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Huh?
here's my question: if Minotaur loses to Witch Doctor in the final fight night, do they put Witch Doctor up against Fusion at number 1 versus 32?
Why is Riptide not number 1?
I mean, I think Emulsifier actually put on a better show out of their 2 bots than Shatter did.
Well, yeah,
Even the
Emulsifier
Shatter
had
team
some
was
drive
surprised.
issues. Not in that first fight against Fusion, but every other fight they had some drive issues.
Even the Shatter team were like, "Oh, why are you picking Shatter? We thought you'd pick Emulsifier."
It's a big weapon.
Back in the day, when we
big weapon.
When we had Sal on the brink of going into the 32, one of those seasons, the first choice for them was Fuzzy, and he turned it down going into the 32, going up against Sal.
Already fought Texas Twister, so at that point,
and Adam was sitting there in his rookie season with Shatter and ready to go in.
Yeah.
So we were almost going to go up against Shatter with Sal, but then they picked somebody else.
So just to go over this exploding, that extra camera is just for us to pick up here, and it's showing the camera feed that we're seeing and the chat that's in there, so we're clicking. It's not any special DMs or anything. So you don't have to worry about any dick pics in there.
Drunk, the guys from Copperhead, whatever they were that season.
That's Eeyore ears. Where is that?
Oh, these are donkey ears.
Let's see them. Bring them up.
These are donkey ears, by the way.
No. I bought them for $1 at Bintopia, local mass
They're
food.
adorable.
So, yeah, they got little fuzzies inside of them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Reese, are you wearing the bikini underneath that shirt? Be honest.
Just the bottoms. And nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
I want to see it.
Oh, really? Sign up for my OnlyFans then.
Do you have what? Funny story. Again, Jeff. I should not listen to Jeff Waters ever. He was like, you should start a Malice OnlyFans, but only for the robot, right? And so I did. I straight up did. And then I got one person who subscribed and I immediately canceled it. It was at like 2 a.m. and I got freaked out. I was like, no, this is not, I made it for a joke. And like, so someone actually subscribed. I was like, no, shutting this down immediately. Like it was funny until it wasn't funny. And it was.
How much did they pay for it?
Well, how much did they pay? What did you have for content?
I had nothing. It was zero. It was literally just like Team Malice, and it was $5, and they paid
someone just gave you
$5. It was at like 2 a.m. in the morning. I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, so I
you were
waked
waiting.
up to this
So you posted it at 11:57. Then somebody signed up 3 minutes later, and you're like, oh shit, they must.
No, it was
know.
like 2 months later. It was up for like 2 months. Had nothing on it. It was really funny.
I do have a Reese-Ewert OnlyFans, but I have zero content at this point, and subscribing is free for the moment.
right.
Till I get some good shit up there.
No.
So the Baja Blasts have been slowly diminishing. We have less. I've been kind of messing with the smaller, different, not Bajas lately. But yeah, 1,900 cans is a lot to go through, and I'm not sick of them yet, but I need to definitely wean it out over different dues.
I'd like to ask Team Malice a question.
No, Tom, you sit down there and shut your
you
mouth.
you then.
You're down there. You shut up right now.
For an hour and 24 minutes, it's time you talk.
I'm a polite British guy who knows his way out of his depth. I've got a question. Okay, Bunny and David, your favorite fight in BattleBots and your least favorite, and not to sway your decision, but I was watching the Sub-Zero fight recently.
I love that fight. I think it's a great fight.
Yeah.
I love
great
the
fight.
drone took us out. My favorite thing about the Sub-Zero fight was the drone took us out. My favorite fight. Warhead, when he does like the thing where he skids across. I think it was against Complete Control. That one was like super fun.
Yep.
Like that was probably my favorite fight. Least favorite fight.
Any Hydra fight.
Oh, favorite Hydra fight?
No.
Tantrum. It was so good.
Which one?
Which one?
The first
one or
one,
two?
right?
Yeah.
The first one where you were just like flippy. That was amazing.
Number two was pretty decisive, right? Like there was no question about that one.
Was there a question about the first one?
Because
Oh, you burned me so bad. No? Don't do that to me.
Ginger kicked his
I am a
ass.
villain. I told you, Jake. I told you.
While you're smiling about it, and I'm sitting over here wreathing in pain.
Are you in pain? Why are you in pain?
He's in pain.
I'm always in pain when you say orange. Orange anything.
There wasn't much on the line. It was only to go to the finals. No big deal.
Right. Actually, with the highest paid match we would ever had too.
You know, the bright side of losing to Tantrum is that everybody was so pissed off that we went and got something other than Taco Bell. We went and got Burger King. And so that was kind of nice. And then they fucking forgot my chicken sandwich. So, yeah.
You know, if Bonnie would stay at the Tuscany and slum it with the rest of us, she could be down at the fire, you know, at night.
We did stay at the Tuscany this last time. I did slum it this last time. So the Venetian was sold out. It was the only reason. It was sold out. I couldn't get the Venetian. So I had to stay at the Tuscany this time. It was I went into the Tuscany at Destructathon, and the door frame was ripped off the door and sitting on the cabinet next to the door.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we do every night. We grab our Taco Bell. This is about 10, 11 o'clock at night, every night. And then we go down to the pool side. Of course, the pool's never open when we get there. But they got this nice little fire pit there. And we actually had to turn it on a few times because it was so
None
cold.
of us are even in there. That's not accurate.
Yeah,
right, but this is just the other people that are there too.
Is this fucking random people?
Yeah.
John Wayne.
These are all bot people. What are you talking
Cobalt
about?
Kid.
There's Cobalt Kid. I see him.
Where? Where's Cobalt Kid?
Derek Tran. Derek Tran.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That's Cobalt Kid
fact
to you,
about Derek
Bunny.
Tran. He printed the butt plugs for Malice. Because I couldn't print TPU at the time.
Excuse me?
Now I
Butt
can print
plugs?
TPU. The butt plugs, the bunny tails.
There's me drunk as a skunk. Where's me passed out? Anybody got that? Come on.
With the cup?
I wouldn't put that here.
I'm good for it. I'm good for
I think I have it up on the server somewhere.
Stop!
Oh, I wouldn't put that up.
It's every
Dick,
string.
Dick, if you're gonna put that up, you can put me sleeping.
Full of cup.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What, you don't like being on the stream anymore, Captain? I'm gonna have to change your name here.
Not that picture. It's a terrible picture of me.
You should
Me
have
and
it.
Trevor,
You should
and I think
100%
Tiny Hands
have
was
it.
sort of involved.
It's
We came
so
up with
fun
a
to
great
happen.
movie during that. It's called Trevor. Do you remember?
I remember.
It's called Juan Wick. Juan Wick. It's a Mexican version of John Wick, part 4. What are we up to? 5?
I don't know.
But basically, it was great. It was a great script, or not a script. It was a great idea.
It was an idea.
Yeah, and no, it was good. This Mexican kid watched his family get murdered, and he came back, and it was kind of like John Wick, but it was Mexican John Wick, so it was Juan Wick.
Yeah. It's the working title.
This story is way too long for as simple as the concept is. I mean,
Yeah.
It was great.
With a cartel.
Okay, Bunny. Do you have anything
Sounds
else
original.
that you want to tell, or chat? Do we have any other questions that you guys want to ask before we run out of time? Because these
Wrap
go for
it
5
up.
hours or so.
No,
Sometimes.
not tonight.
Yeah, tonight because you guys are on, we're keeping it a little more professional.
Oh, that's nice.
Little.
We only
Nothing,
talked about
chat?
panties
You're-
5 times.
You're all dead.
And Bunny only said penis 15 times.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I only
Oh,
have 12.
We have a special guest
And who said it the most?
in the chat again. He's coming back.
Oh, Jameson! Daddy Dragon!
Jameson.
Daddy Dragon.
I don't know if you can say that.
Jameson's definitely a ratty.
Robot daddy.
Yeah.
Did I send Ray any? No, I did not. Ray needed one though.
One wick.
Give it up, man.
Okay. Are you happy with your seating?
Me?
Bunny,
Sure.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? The round of 32 means very little to me. So, yeah, I think it's great. I think it's fabulous. I think it's a good one.
Is there anybody in your section that you would have rather went up against? Like Sawblaze, for instance. He's in your bracket, correct? Yeah.
Witch Doctor. I'm not in my section, but I want to fight Witch Doctor so bad. I was hoping that Destructathon would give me the chance. I was like, oh yeah, finally we get to take on Witch Doctor. And then they put Witch Doctor in Hyper Shock. And I was like, just one time. Just one show. That's all I want. Just let me go against Witch Doctor. That's all I want. And I'm never gonna do it. I see horizontal wedges you now have. I don't have horizontal wedges. I have horizontal for the horizontals, I created the Magnum to cover my nuts. The Magnum setup to cover my nuts. So I put these little strips of metal that are covered with these really cute little fancy holographic vinyl, Magnum condoms, because they protect my nuts.
Penis themed. I love it through and through. Let me tell you.
It is. We Malice's theme is, robots are our kink. So that's our theme. And people say Malice doesn't have a theme. It's not true.
I was a fan before. Now I am much more than a fan.
So anyway, we made the Magnum setup. David didn't want to. David did not want to cover his nuts. He didn't want to cover his nuts. He didn't want to have the Magnum. It's true. Tell them.
Good for you, David.
He's just stubborn. So I was
he's not usually in the Magnum. You're saying, "Wow, what a diss."
he's always in a Magnum. So we have the Magnum setup, which is these strips of metal that cover our nuts, and they're very sparkly and pretty. And I
buy the little finger condoms. They're made for fingers.
Do they stretch though? I bet they stretch.
Yeah, they stretch right around it.
Not a lot though. Don't worry.
No.
You can.
This is supposed to be an on-track stream, fellas. Come on.
Nah.
Sometimes when you're in a bind, just use a balloon. That works just fine.
I am surprisingly vulgar. Again, I wanted to be a villain. That's why. Because I always have to be this.
I agree.
I think you could pull it off.
I agree.
If you had a wrestling mask,
serious.
like Tom has a wrestling mask, and then have a whip.
I try so hard to always be this really nice person that everyone can come to, but sometimes I want to be able to just say things
exactly. You're a nice person. You're a nice person, but you don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah,
you don't give a fuck.
I have very much learned to live with the consequences of my very vocal and open mouth. I definitely don't.
I remember a builders meeting a couple of seasons before the event, right? And there was no contract at the time. They're still going through the contract. You were a little vocal in that builders meeting, along with maybe a handful of others. It seems like the people that talked the most didn't get the best matchups in that season.
That was definitely true.
Well,
you were a villain. You were a villain in that meeting.
Oh, thanks. I try.
You're supposed to put a bike rack on, apparently, to become a villain. That's what I've been told.
So instead of the condoms, a bike rack. All right. So
both. You got to be double protected.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you still have the nice rack shirt I made you? I made him a nice rack shirt. It was very cute.
What?
Oh, Rachel's got it.
Never.
She had it on stream before. I think.
Yeah, she did.
Yay!
Never seen it. Bring it out. Bust it out.
I don't know if it's just
I'm not
us
a dom.
or
no,
because
I am a sub. Stop saying I'm a dominant. I accept who I am.
You gotta bring out one or more Davids in the
You're predominant. You like to plan beforehand, but then once it gets to it, you're like, yeah, take me away.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're a switch.
Switch back. That's good time. Good time.
Well, it must be just our guess because people heard that you were on and they actually watched the stream because we got up to 100 folks. So there's 100 of you being crazy with us right now. So thank you for coming on.
Bunny, if you had anything to say to all of your 97 fans right now, what would you say?
97 fans. Thanks for being fans. Sorry that I'm more vulgar than you expected.
No,
She's
I don't think they're complaining.
Woman. Don't fucking hate on her. Fuck you.
I'm a very normal person. Just a nerd.
Oh, here we go. This is a big thank you. Thank you for the money as well. But thanks for Team Whyachi, Bunny and her paddle, Jameson, Ray, and all the other builders for the joy you bring us fans.
That's why we're here, folks. That's why we're here.
Mm-hmm. We're here
we should be
fill in the
Tesla for
blanks
that.
between BattleBots because they don't do everything that we think they should do. Right?
Robots are here on the stream.
I'm gonna take it to a dark turn here.
Also, we can't forget the Davids.
Real dark.
Uh-oh.
So the Whyachi curse, it's real. It's
With
real.
the Whyachi curse.
And it's prevalent. So 2004, we went to an event in New Orleans. Couple weeks, maybe it was possibly months later. Katrina happened. We went to, and this. Let me just preface this. This is an occurring theme here. We went to Vallejo, California for season 2, BattleBots. Season 2.
One. ABC.
One or two. One of the two.
One was on Treasure Island. Season 1, the reboot, was on Treasure Island. I was there.
No. ABC reboot was on. It was Vallejo.
It was next to Magic Mountain. I was like.
Yep.
What?
Vallejo.
Is that Vallejo?
Yeah.
Mm.
Down in the docks area in the Navy Yard.
Where was season 1?
Season 1 what?
The reboot.
That was
Vallejo.
Season 2 then must have been.
That was season 2 was in LA when we were locked down for that one day because of the murder.
The murder that happened. That was fun.
No, I thought 2 seasons were near San Francisco.
Yeah, 2 seasons were in San Francisco for sure.
Yeah.
No.
So
one.
3 was the one. Season 3 was the one.
Yeah.
Just one.
Even Ray is giving you shit for how slow you talk.
Hey, I got a Midwestern accent here.
Anyways, so wherever it was, what happened there?
You know what? Fucking
Nothing?
Ray might be right here. I forgot where I was going with that.
Disasters follow Team Whyachi wherever we go.
I forgot where I was going
There's
with
a
that.
curse, and you were saying that.
The curse.
I want to know about your curse.
So 2 weeks after we went to San Francisco for this bot event, they had the biggest earthquake in the last 10 or 20 years, right?
Dick, what is that?
I'll tell you.
So then 2 weeks ago, I made a comment. We were talking to my ex, and it was about me being the new Jerry Springer, and I'm gonna have to be a better host. And do you know what happened? He just died.
That's where the story's going. Every time we comment or go someplace for a bot event, something bad happened. Like we just went to the Remars or the live show, and it snowed in Vegas. Or we went to the last BattleBots. It rained in Vegas.
No, it wasn't just
bring the
once.
weather or the disasters or whatever happens.
It snowed twice.
Yeah,
in Vegas.
it snowed twice. Yes.
Now it might be a little reach, but it's kind of weird.
So you need
It's
to be the next
weird.
Springer.
It's weird.
I don't think with how slow you talk, you can be the Springer.
Reaching Reese now. That's what your new name should be. Reaching Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have a tinfoil hat.
I can reach. We're gonna stop there.
You didn't come to the live show though, and it still snowed there. I gotcha.
I don't know if the Whyachi curse is real or if it's just because you get drunk and tired.
It's a weird coincidence for sure. We don't normally get this drunk until about a month ago, 2 months ago. This is 8. That's 2 months.
Right.
Well, speaking of 2 months, we have this question for Tom. How do you keep suffering through your sleep-deprived weekends for 2 whole months and another more?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm extremely thrilled to be here, although that's partly with the assistance of strong medication.
So, Tom,
no,
I need you to explain yourself.
I gotta piss. Go ahead, Tom.
What is this?
Well, before you do that, give me the full screen. Give me the full screen a second. I've got a little present for you.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Because last time we were here, I showed you my wrestling mask, and I showed you my crowbar that I hit people with.
Yep.
So this time, I thought I'd give you the rest of the outfit.
Oh boy.
No,
keep it up.
I've got a lot of socks down there for this. There's about 4 socks down there.
4 socks.
There we go. There we go.
The baby
Wow.
But you don't have the mask on. We're not getting the full effect here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You see, Bunny, that's what you need for a mask to be the villain.
I need a mask to be the villain. Okay, so
You need a mask and then your whips.
There we go.
So the story is this Tom was actually a pro wrestler wearing this junk.
Yeah.
And also, he just likes to wear it.
Ugh. I don't look flattering in it anymore. I've gained weight since then.
there's more to
I
love.
wish I
Better
did.
than Reese in a bikini, that's for sure.
So you got to use your imagination a little bit. There's some awesome Rammstein going on, which we can't play.
Yeah, Feuer Frei by Rammstein is playing right now. This is the one interesting story I've got. This is my all-in.
Well,
Yeah,
now you've
this
got
is
to
me
grab your crotch on a live stream.
I wasn't grabbing my crotch. I was grabbing socks.
So
yeah,
yes,
yeah, sorry.
after about the hour mark, when you're on a Whyachi stream, it could get any one of 2 ways. It can go to cat milking, or it can go to, I guess, Tom wrestling now.
Why not both? Why
It's
not?
always
both?
downhill. one way or the
Just
other.
while you wrestle a cat, milk it.
You're wrestling the milk out of the cats.
Exactly.
Hey Bunny, it's traditional for a guest to come on and then be so drunk they leave, and then you can see their chair move, and then all of a sudden they crawl back up into it.
We've
Okay,
never
let
had
me
that
get on
before.
that.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. I gotta get the chair right. No. You stay exactly.
No.
You're gonna be my chair. You're ruining the joke. He's ruining the joke. I was gonna crawl on to, you gotta get, he was gonna be
People
my
are asking me to show my guns.
that
I don't
kind of
have
stream.
guns, I just
Sorry,
have
this is
flaps.
appropriate.
No, they
What
mean
is it? I guess it kind of is.
your guns. They mean your muscles.
I don't.
Yeah, show him your muscles. Show him your muscles. Do it. Do
Wow,
it.
yeah, hey, Weasel. Okay, muscles. Show him muscles, and then Weasel's gonna jack up.
You have to flex. You have to flex.
Come on, no. Okay,
No,
I'll
you're
go to
not.
Weasel then.
I'm
He
here
likes
if you
doing
want.
that.
Flex. Someone else flex. Yeah,
David
someone
says
else
I can
flex.
see it too.
We'll have a flexing moment. Yeah.
Oh.
Come on, Reese. Come on, Reese.
That's it, huh?
That's all.
That's, you get those muscles
Really?
from all,
That's
all
it,
that
huh?
milking.
Yep.
You jerk.
That's it. That's it.
I tell ya.
Listen,
I didn't even have
I
muscle
like
back
David.
then.
We
but
still have
I
an
like
arm
David. I don't want to show him off.
Yes. Bring him over
David.
here.
David doesn't like to show him off either, but I like it when he does.
The guy in the green shirt is my brother, and I hit him in the head with a chair really hard at one
Oh
point.
my god, did you flex?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
coming.
Somebody wants to see Trev's guns.
Gun show time! Gun
Let's
show
get gun
time!
show.
Everyone should show their guns. Everyone should
this
show their
is-
guns.
This is our gun.
Gun check.
It's the bug assault gun. We've been using this to kill cockroaches. They require many shots. They're pretty unkillable. So
Wait,
the last
did you say that's bug assault?
Yeah, it shoots salt.
Salt, yeah.
Yeah, like table salt.
These are
So
not
we had to
the-
like blast them with this, and then we had to spray them with Dawn Power Wash, and we just melted them. Otherwise, they don't die.
Real guns. Arm guns. Since Reese was such a flop.
Yeah. You gotta.
Hey, who the fuck said Trevor is bigger than Reese? Fuck you.
Come on, Reese. Come on,
Look,
Reese.
you gotta full screen him. Aw, right.
Hey,
dick.
there's Corbin.
We could
He's going to show his deer rifle, and he just completed hunter safety today.
Oh,
so
yeah.
now he's going to be a safe hunter. He might not shoot
Jake,
me.
there's no way
here
that's
on
your
the
kid.
wall.
He's too adorable.
Trevor, you ever measured your biceps?
No, because I'm not insecure about him.
Ooh.
All right.
The ears.
Terry.
There's the.
Whoa.
516? No, that's too big.
30 out. 30 out.
30 out. Yep.
30-06.
30 at 6. That's cool.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Spider flight kick in.
Fuck.
It's been a long
I felt bad. I pointed the.
I got nothing.
So fun fact, I grew up in like a really conservative cult, like straight up doomsday cult, like not even kidding.
You gotta build characters somehow.
Pepper cult. It was crazy. It was a lot.
All
But I mean,
right.
hey, my mom was super prepared for the pandemic. Oh, hey, Reese has got the guns going. Sorry, it was very exciting for me.
All right.
Yeah, Reese.
Let me
People
show
love
you
this
my.
one.
Let me show you my 44
Does
magnum.
this
I don't
normally
like how you
happen,
do
or is this just because I'm on here?
No, this is normal.
This is standard.
We completely go down the rabbit
You
hole.
know that has so much kickback. It can really break your wrist.
I don't even have bullets in there.
We
Like
could call
somebody
it.
were
such a
breaking
jerk,
into my
Robert.
house, I'd have to grab one of the other guns.
You should
Shit,
call it
what would I
going
do?
down the bunny hole.
I don't know.
Oh,
What
shit,
the fuck
yeah,
would
wait.
I do?
Reese, you're alive.
Is this
Yeah,
your-
your psycho didn't kill you.
Not yet.
Did you find that baseball mitt though?
We still got some time.
So Bunny. Okay, everybody be quiet. I want to fill Bunny in and any new listeners. 2 weeks ago, Reese's ex was calling. He took the call on stream and then let us listen. And it was pretty psycho. And she said she was coming in 2 weeks to visit.
2
and
weeks.
he's like, stay away from my house.
Today is my day. Today is my day. It's like
You're gonna
The
get lucky.
Grudge. Or what is that movie? What is it? The
gonna
Ring.
get
Mom, what kind of knife
Ring.
you
The
have
Ring?
tonight?
Yeah, what kind of knife?
I actually bought a gun, Terry.
A gun?
I'm
No.
pretty sure he has a knife that he's gonna give her, but it's in his pants.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yuck.
that's
In the
weird.
UK, he has to use a knife.
Yuck.
What do
Let
you
me
got?
tell
I've got a
you.
gun today.
Let
do
me
you got?
tell you, Bunny.
Hey.
This girl does not wear condoms
You
ever
gotta wear the condom. You have to protect your
because she's already had her shit removed, right?
I need to mute
I-
his ass
so she
really
says-
quickly here. What the hell?
So
Okay.
Tom, what you got?
So,
Oh,
so
poor Captain.
You're muted. No,
Captain.
no, we're done
Tom,
with
what you
this.
got?
Tom,
Captain
back
is
to
saying
you, buddy.
stop. Too spicy.
Yeah, I got a gun today. I actually got a gun.
All
You
right,
got
I've
a
got a
gun.
gun I've got a gun that's really good for a sticker.
Okay.
How did you get a gun in the
I got a glue gun.
Oh, you faker.
Oh,
God
See, good for a
dang it
sticker.
all, huh? He's got his cock gun, guys.
That's a stitch up, not a stick up.
That sure is
a
a
gun?
big
hot
cock
Yeah,
gun.
baby.
real good.
Am I
Real
unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yet?
We hear you,
Okay.
Reese.
All right. Look at this beauty.
Oh, that's what 1911. Hey, that's what I have left.
Shorty's
I have left
packing
for my-
chrome, baby.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get this back on the track a little bit. Bunny told me that she used to be a competitive shooter. What can you tell us
Okay.
what that
I used
was?
to do steel competitions, outdoor steel competitions. So we used to have it was in the range. So you used to have at different lengths away there would be these steel like AR 500 pieces that you would have to shoot, and if you shot them, you would like get points or whatever. I was a great shot, but I was never like as good as the other people because you have to be really fast. Again, I haven't touched a gun in like
Is this
years.
3-gun?
Years.
3-gun?
Since Arizona. So
We just saw you touching David's biceps. What are you talking about?
I know.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. I lied on stream. I apologize. I'm sorry.
dangerous.
A metal gun. So I used to fight so I used to do these. Oh, and my friends and I, because it was Arizona and there was literally nothing else to do. We used to go up and set these like stages up. So and we'd have things filled with tannerite or cans of silly string. Silly string cans are super fun to shoot because they just blow up and there's there's just silly string everywhere. It's actually really fun because it's very visual. So we used to set up these stages and we used to clear them. And so you have to go through and get each target, you know what I'm saying? And so we used to do back to back, and clear these stages. It was fun. I was a kid and it was fun. And there was literally nothing else to do in Arizona. So we did this probably every weekend. And again, I grew up in a crazy conservative doomsday prepper cult, straight up, I'm very prepared for a lot of things now though. It's true. I am.
Are you grateful, but a little bit that was weird. Weird.
I'm very grateful, but it was definitely a little weird. Oh yeah, do that. That's so fun. See, look how fun that is, right? Come on, you can't not be excited seeing that.
Okay, that is pretty cool, I guess.
Right? You wouldn't think it is, and they're only $1. So I used to get these at the dollar. I used to get these cases of silly string at the dollar store, and we'd probably go 144. We used to shoot 144 cans of silly string every weekend, and because my dad would reload the bullets, so it would be super cheap, and it didn't matter whether you were shooting it with a plinker or an actual bolt action. It was always really fun, and it was always a very exciting. Tannerite is cool, but you kind of get over it after a bit, right? You kind of all right, that's fun. But silly string cans, you never get over silly string cans.
That's why I started making my own napalm. It's actually really simple.
I think that one's
really
for you,
simple.
How do you make napalm? I'm actually
Napalm?
No.
Polystyrene.
You're muted again.
This is a sequel to
That's stuff you can't talk about.
Bunny, what are you doing? You cannot do that. He will tell you.
Things in a long
She's
time.
a builder, not a YouTuber.
I'm in California now, right? We don't do these things anymore.
Well, even at $1 for those
let me tell
things,
you.
that's still a lot
tell
cheaper
you.
than the ammo that you're generally shooting anyway.
So Bunny, you hang out with Paulie. When did you see him last?
2 weeks ago for dinner.
What's new on the Paulie
Last
front?
Monday. I have no idea. They're living their best life.
Is it full on, just sailing ships now?
Yes, and they're living their best life. They're going on all the roller coasters. They go to Disneyland. Why would you do anything but that? Why would you do battle bots when you could do that?
Unmute me.
You are unmuted.
I mean,
okay.
What's his mindset? There's really no reason for him to come back, right?
Yeah, why would you?
He does it for work. Robots.
Yeah, he does robots for work.
Yeah.
So why would you come back living your best life, not doing robots?
And he has only to go down, right? There's no up for him at this point.
Yeah,
it's
right.
only go down or stay the same. I mean, he could win again and stay the same.
Yeah, but it's not worth it. It's so much work, and it's so much I'm an addict. I accept that. I have a kink, and it's robots.
Sorry, David.
David knows.
Listen, we don't know what he is.
Robots too. So
he's a robot. Oh man, no way.
So it's not it's not. There's no reason for Paul to come back. Why would Paul come back? I don't understand why anyone thinks that Paul would come back. He's having such an amazing life. He has such a fabulous and wonderful life. If I had his life, I wouldn't come back either.
How about if he did a pay-per-view event with one or
I'm
three
sure
other
if they
bots?
paid him, he would come back. But they're never going to pay people. I don't know why anyone ever expects to
I'm
get
not
paid.
saying they. I'm saying Paulie and the three other participants would just do a pay-per-view event.
Just a pay-per-view event. Sure, why not? I'm sure he would. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't speak for Paul because I have no idea. I just have dinner with them, and they're like the best cooks. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You have to ask Paul. Ask Paul. He's living his best life.
What'd you have?
The last time they made carbonara. It was really tasty.
What's that?
It's white sauce pasta, like mixed with bacon. Why are you
Mixed with
that
bacon.
Sounds delicious.
It was really
especially the bacon part.
I love bacon.
Skip the pasta. Just put bacon.
Bite Force would wreck Riptide. Bite Force would wreck Riptide. What? Why is this a question? How dare you? Bite Force against Riptide. Riptide would. You know.
What's your take on Riptide?
I like Riptide. I don't know. Okay. Oh my gosh. They asked me if my concussion was real. That's the only bad experience I had with Riptide. like they were like, "Hey, is your concussion real, or are you doing that for attention?" And I was like, "Oh no, let me just show you." So I just ripped off my Band-Aid and showed them. I like Riptide. I don't know. I have no trouble with Riptide. I know that's a hot take. I get it.
It's almost kind of innocent to have somebody ask that question without understanding the implication of the insult.
Yeah. That's
I
think that they're just socially awkward. I get that because I'm socially awkward. So I don't know. I don't know any of their backstory. I guess they have like things, and I don't care. I'm just there to fight robots. I don't care about the silly little, oh my god, how dare they stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just there to fight robots, and they have a really good robot. Like they should be proud of what they did. They made a really good robot. And
There's all the socks I had, by the way.
I'm everyone's cheerleader though. I accept that. I accept that I'm not gonna like sit there and shit talk someone unless they're truly horrible. So I accept that in my life. I like everyone.
What if you had Riptide? Would you be shit talking other people?
If I had Riptide, no, I wouldn't shit talk anyone.
No. He's saying if knowing you had a good bot, would you shit talk people? Trash talk.
If you really
or
want the
become
meat
a
pie
different
recipe,
persona than what you are
No.
now.
I can give it.
I am who I am. I accept that. Like I am very like I really love who I am, and I really like I didn't when I was a kid, and I really love who I am now. So I have no shame like I have no shame. I know who I am. I know what I want to be, and I'm very like I have no problem being who I am. So no, I wouldn't change who I am.
I have dreams of opening a food truck that
I would eat it
serves
in a food truck. I would eat
meat
it.
pie all day.
Eat
All
pie.
day.
Yeah, tell her about your
Nothing.
meat pie.
What's a meat pie? I is that
It's
like
just meatloaf. He's lying.
It's just meatloaf.
It's
It's
not
meat
meat
in a
pie.
pan. That's
Fuck
he
you.
calls it meat
It's
pie.
not meatloaf.
It's
It is way different than meatloaf. There's fucking 7 times
they're
the
calling it
amount of
omelet
eggs.
quesadilla, dude.
No. Fuck
I will
you.
not stand for this.
I will
eat your
die
meat
on this
pie.
hill.
So here's
I
let me
with
tell
a
you.
question at the end. Like I'd eat your meat pie? Question mark.
It's delicious. You would not
Get a-
question it
It
after
looks-
Big fan
trying
of
one bite.
meat,
It
bacon
One
a certain
bite.
way.
It
It's
looked
just
like
a
a
One
meatloaf.
bite.
it looked like a
It's calling it
gray, white
Are you saying that
meatloaf.
you're
Okay,
eating
it,
with only
it
one bite?
looks a lot like meatloaf. I'll admit that.
It is meatloaf. It's meat in a
It's
pan.
not fucking meatloaf. It's
It's in a round
keto friendly.
What's
It
the
is
difference between
keto
meatloaf
friendly
and meat pie?
meatloaf.
Because it's in a round pan.
It's in a round
No,
pan instead of a
fuck
square.
yeah.
It wasn't.
Like
It
a
wasn't
pie.
even round.
You ever had shepherd's pie?
Yes.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
there's
it is
bread
round.
to it. There's a
I
crust.
guess it is round. Yeah. Well, you know what? Fuck yeah. I make a square pie.
It's a crustless
My pie
meat
is
pie.
square.
It's like eating a bowl of jam and saying, "Ah, this pie is so good."
It sounds like you
This
want
makes
people to
sense,
eat
Reese.
meat. That's all I'm hearing. Eat Reese's meat.
No.
It's delicious.
Of course, you'd only be hearing
It's
that.
delicious.
If you'd have just shoved cheese on it, you'd have basically had a lasagna in that.
It's actually Raven. I got an interesting fact for you here. My favorite meat pie is 2 parts, which is 2 pounds of Italian sausage, breakfast sausage, whatever. You know, you go get Jimmy Dean's big log like this, about like that.
Oh my.
2 parts Italian sausage, 3 parts turkey. I actually like the turkey more than the beef.
Jake,
Yeah.
Jake doesn't want to hear about your meat.
The beef condenses.
He keeps pushing
your
this
pie.
meat on me all the time.
The beef condenses it.
Jake, is it very frequent that people push their meat on you?
I have never tried his meat pie, and I never will. Never.
You're
That's because he's homophobic.
I will not eat his meat. No,
he's homophobic.
You take it as however you want, buddy.
I'll dress it when there's a lull.
I don't like this here. I'm going to the middle.
Rachel, do you have a picture of your Kill Bill costume?
I don't know. It is a Kill Bill jacket, and there is a bodysuit that says written, directed by Quentin Tarantino. The goal being that when I go to bars and people ask me what it means, I just respond, it means I kill boys. But I did go for Halloween as the bride from Kill Bill one year.
Is that? Oh yeah, that's what I
So
did.
it's just holdover.
That was a crazy.
It's just a
88.
nice jacket.
Hey, how's the stream for you, Trevor, so far? 2 hours and you haven't said a word.
That's not true.
No, he said
He
some
just
shit.
found a move for the meat pie.
He's typing. He's a
Joking.
fucking.
I know. He's in the chat.
He's a
It's
keyboard
poking the bear.
warrior.
Hey, Dick,
He's
does,
a keyboard
does Ray want
warrior.
to jump in?
Yes, let's bring Ray in. Oh my God, Ray!
I already sent him the link, folks. He can drop in anytime he wants. He's got an open invite, including JMO.
Don't
Oh,
believe
JMO,
him,
JMO, here, let me get Daddy Dragon on.
Yes,
Daddy
yeah.
Dragon.
Just another hack. I tell you, if you're going vegan because of this, you can add lettuce if you want.
It's just the ratio to meat to lettuce is what makes it.
It's like 95% meat and okay. So here I didn't get to finish. Here's the thing.
About your meat pie.
two eggs. Normally you get a meat pie or like meatloaf, it's like one egg.
2 eggs.
1 egg per pound.
This is
you
sounding
know?
like original Malice. I'm just
I'm
saying.
doing,
It's sounding
I'm
like a
doing
penis.
2
So it needs a lot of work?
eggs per pound of meat. Okay, and that's what sticks it all together. Because I'm doing keto, I can't do panko. I can't do breadcrumbs.
You're doing keto. Oh, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
What?
Yeah. Oh, honey.
What? Are you complaining?
Oh, we have to hold on, folks, because there's an important announcement here. We have a guy. There's an extra guy.
You know about me, it's like eating a dog.
Ray.
Bust out that
Ray, are you gonna get me
bourbon,
super
buddy.
drunk this time?
Let's go.
He'd still outdrink you, and he's
Ray, are
only
you
2 hours in.
Listen.
Ray-
This is
Mallet.
all I drank.
You're
Ray's,
malicious.
Ray's
All right,
retired.
Ray, what do you got for
wants.
drink?
This is all I've drank tonight. These 4 water bottles. These 4.
Ray, we can't hear you.
Ray, you're muted.
Oh no, we can't.
Oh, Ray, you broke it. Well,
Hi, Ray. Are you ready for your malicious
you go ahead and
behavior,
fix
Ray?
your stuff, and we'll
Ready?
talk trash about you while you're sitting there.
No.
So fun fact, Ray had this
You ever see that Tombstone bot? Man.
Ray had this hand injury, like when he came on Malice, right? So I had this face injury. He had this hand injury. We were gonna play it up on stage, and Peter Abramson put up the tiny hands "Stop Too Spicy" for YouTube button, and wouldn't let us do it.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Pete's he's normally into that. Little kinky.
He can't
Little
talk.
kinky.
Ray,
You
have
only
you
got
tried
one
switching
hand.
the inputs on your
Okay,
microphone?
we're gonna take a second here, and we're gonna tiny hands. You're gonna lip sync read Ray.
Hold on just 1 second. I'm trying to figure it out.
Listen, I've had a lot of practice
it
as a
sounds
deaf
like
man. I could
Reese
do it
has
the
a
best.
tiny meat.
All right, is that better?
Hey,
Thank God, I didn't want to do the thing that Jake was saying.
hold on a second. I do not have a tiny
I saw him
meat.
doing this. I
It's-
think he was talking about
it's
Reese. That's all
average.
that.
Oh yeah,
It's-
this.
It's average
All right.
meat.
It's
Okay.
average meat, so not something I would handle. I only go.
Hey, hey,
Oh,
God
burned.
damn, what are you going for here? Come on. We can't all be 12 inches. We're born humans.
Okay,
Remember
well,
that.
Let's
Yeah,
start
he's a
off with the
robot, he
main
can be
thing,
called.
Ray. How is
Sure.
the hand doing?
I'm doing
All
good.
digits.
He's
all
moving.
digits.
Yes.
He's got controlled movement.
Well, I was
Oh,
actually the last appointment with my surgeon not too long ago, and he was real happy with his work. He said everything's good. You know, I'm completely cleared for anything I want to do. If I want to go back to weightlifting or anything, not that I'm going to do that, but you know,
he's gonna.
so
do it.
no, hands doing real good. So
All right. So season 9, you be in.
well,
Nah, it's 9. It's 9. It's
you
9.
count however far you want. Yeah, I'll be back next time.
With Tombstone or a Stink Eye?
Oh no, Stink Eye was just a joke thrown together out of junk in the garage. It's definitely not something I intended on being serious. So.
Did it do better than you thought it was going to do?
Absolutely. I was figuring it was going to go 2, and I ended up going 2 and 2 with it. So it's
Now, could it have won the match when it did the thing?
absolutely. I was winning that match right up to the point I lost. Yeah,
that's fair.
Ray, do you need some extra money for Tombstone? Bunny's looking
That's what I heard. Earlier, that
She only does like really good bots. So
that's the standard. They have to actually win, apparently.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, I do gotta.
BattleBots.
I do have to say that there was a lot of people that were quite pleased that they did not have to deal with your noise at this last one.
This guy right here for sure.
Yeah, there was no noisy robots. There was no Ice Wave. There was no Tombstone.
Yep.
Like I guess Minotaur. Minotaur's pretty noisy. Minotaur's noisy.
Have you ever heard Fusion? Come on. When both those weapons are humming?
When it's not burning.
I don't know if there's anybody louder, honestly. Like if I'm being candid, Reese here with a pair of bunny ears on my head.
Actually, you know the bot that's the loudest? Rusty.
Where is it?
Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty.
Dude, I heard him fire up that engine in the safety box. Deafening. Absolutely deafening.
It was so loud that they couldn't hear the announcers say press the buttons.
Was it
During
7
the
o'clock the
fight.
last night of the event?
Don't worry.
I don't recall. I don't recall that one bit.
See, I am a villain.
Oh, we have 3 of them right here. We just need the other box. You going the other way here.
Yeah, we need one more person.
5,
Where's Daddy Dragon?
Hell yeah,
Where's
he's a
Jameson
villain
Goal?
too. Is that what they say?
Where's Jameson go?
No bullying.
He's eating mac and
Jameson?
cheese right now, man.
This is your mother speaking. Get your ass in here.
I'm the #1 Daddy Dragon fan. I accept that in my life.
David, how do you handle that?
He does not handle it well.
It's just you can't say anything about it, right? You just gotta sit there and like be quiet.
Ray, any good stories from Robo games?
We had a good time. We had a lot of fun. I didn't do as well with the middleweight as I would like, but it was a fun event. We had a good time with it.
So with the bot you wanted to do good with, you didn't do good, and the bot you
Correct.
didn't care about, you did really good with.
Well, I did better. Yeah, we went 1 and 2 with the middleweight, and I mean the 2 we lost were the ones that ended up going the gold and silver. So I mean, we lost to the 2 that went to the finals. But I worked hard on the middleweight. I was hoping it was going to go a little further in the event.
Hold on 1 second. Rusty's farm got struck by a tornado. Is that really true?
Whoa.
It is.
Is it true?
Somebody's claiming it.
Careful! Don't believe everything chat says.
Yeah, especially her. She's the worst. She's got the worst facts. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
Hey, I hope he's okay.
Who's that? Who's that
No.
other bitch?
No, they're great in chat. Actually, I think they've been around every time now. I think it's every time so far. And
Wait, who?
I want to
who
say
did
they're
I
also from Wisconsin.
Why isn't
Wisconsin. I've never been to Wisconsin. Someone
Why
was
is it
gonna
David
invite.
hasn't
We
been
got
on?
farmlands and bars. We got bars and farmlands
And churches.
and some churches. Yep.
We saw Rusty
Amish
yesterday.
people?
Drink, eat, pray.
Oh no! trying to find it, everyone.
Okay. We will look for his Facebook page and try
That
to
is
find it.
awful.
I got asked if I would prefer Riptide versus Minotaur, and
you mean over?
I'm
over
gonna say
Minotaur?
no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that, folks.
What was the question?
Doesn't
If
matter.
I
He's
would,
saying no
if I
to
would,
it.
if I would have
he's
switched
saying no.
my seeds
Just
around,
no.
Just no.
if I would have switched my seeds around to be up against Riptide instead of Minotaur,
I'm trying to have a mustache. Like,
Oh, you'd rather fight Minotaur, you're saying?
I think so.
I would also agree with that, yes. Nobody wants any part of Riptide. Definitely not.
I don't know how
Not
to
even
do the
Tombstone.
fancy filters that Rachel's doing.
Oh, we can tell you how to do this. We've
they're
spent
pretty
3
intricate,
hours
actually.
on a
Yeah.
stream because we used to
Yeah.
do this as a team, right? This is how the stream came about. We used to just sit around, chill out afterwards on the stream, talk, whatever, play games. And I think Dick had a Snapchat filter downloaded, and then as soon as we all started rolling on, we all had to start downloading them. So now we all have roughly Snapchat filters, so that we can do
How do
all
you?
of our
Oh, you probably have
cameras.
to log in to do that, right? I'm not.
Well,
logged
you
in.
got to download the app, and then you just run your camera through the app into this
It's
stuff.
weird. That's a weird
As
setup.
you can see, they're all doing some weird fucking faces right about now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think
Now,
Snapchat
we have to save this for the
stopped
after
using
dark
that one back in
stuff.
January.
We
so you have to
agreed
use,
we'd end
We're
at
locked
2
after dark
hours
version.
tonight, but Ray stepped in here, so we got to keep her going.
Actually, we
Yeah,
agreed on
Rayson.
1 hour. Bunny kept it going for the first hour, and now Ray's going to keep it going for another 2 hours.
Ray,
Oh,
Ray,
I'm going to be the bad influence now.
Right?
Ray, are you
Yeah.
Yeah,
drinking
Ray,
something?
do a shot.
Are you drinking?
How many times do I have to say penis?
At least
7?
we have a counter going. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll edit that in post. We'll put the penis counter on.
What is that movie
I'm
where
gonna
the
make that
guy's
smell.
saying meow to the meow?
Super Troopers.
Okay,
Super Troopers.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like Bunny was kind of doing a bit when she was saying penis like over and over again.
Yeah.
You were describing the original mouse.
No.
That it looked
Yeah,
like
it
You
seems
know
like
what?
it seems
And
like a
somebody-
bear. Like how many
Somebody
times?
said something about it in the
David in the
comments, and I'm like,
background,
no.
you know, holding up fingers as he's
It's
counting.
actually less than
Yeah,
No,
behind
this
us.
is
David's back there.
this is normal people in a normal
Bye, David.
conversation here.
Yeah, David kind of looked like he was trapped, kind of like Ben last time.
He knows.
Steve, welcome.
Exactly. This is the best thing to do for the night, right?
I agree.
Ray, what's the latest you heard when next event's going to be?
Who knows? I talked to Greg.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're still talking about trying to do something before or after Formula One. It's not like they seem to. They got a lot of ideas and no anything concrete laid out, and until they want to like make any sort of commitment, I'm hesitant to spend any money on new parts.
Don't worry, I'm spending all the money.
Okay, well then you'll be ready and I won't be. I mean, that's
Ben from
So you
Carrot
pretty
House
much need
Here.
to know here probably
It's
in a
the
week or
blink
two, right?
once if you need help.
That would be great if we did. You know.
Yeah.
Ben was
Ben was.
Once,
It
you know.
seemed like last stream Ben was trying to signal somebody off screen that he needed help.
He needed help. And that's
Now-
I was thinking
now
about doing
on
that
the-
with David. I was thinking about doing that with David because I kind of gave Ben. I'm like, hey, I don't want you to feel trapped here. You know, you guys can go if you want. It's okay.
We said that to
Good
Ray
never
when he came on the last time too, and yeah, he took a long time to leave the stream, and then he finally crawled his way back into the.
Yeah, well, that was a bad. Okay, so I had
That
I
was
had
not
surgery on my
bad.
foot
First
at one
off,
point in
that
time.
was terrific.
I actually I'd taken a pain pill because of the foot, and then I drank a bunch of whiskey while I was sitting here talking to you guys, and I just went off
All
the cliff.
right.
It got bad. So
Getting a little twisted, are we?
oh, that was a good evening. That was a good evening.
The kitty head is cute. I agree, Dick. Your kitty is great. You can't say that to me though, apparently.
What? Your kitty head is great?
Nah, your man is gone. That's getting a little weird. That's getting up there.
Says the guy with the bunny ears. Okay.
I want Ray as an uncle.
Seems like Bunny's the bad influence.
He's
I'm a very
fun
bad
fact. He's everybody's uncle. He was like the Genghis Khan of America.
So Weasel, what's
just laying seeds?
Any contact
everywhere.
with any former girls lately, or
no,
anything?
No. So the last contact was approximately a week ago. She sent me
Tiny Hand's favorite one.
Hate it.
Yuck. She sent me like a I don't know, music message, whatever. It shows up on your phone. Like she wants me to listen to this, and I didn't listen to it, and she called me after I didn't listen to it, and I didn't pick up, and haven't heard from her since then. So it's been over a week. It's been over a week. And I just, you know what? I was up at 3 o'clock this morning. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, just driving around because I was doing like double security on my house.
Oh my god!
And
3 o'clock this morning.
I just saw
literally
the
3. No, it was actually 11 because I napped from 8 until 11, and then 11 o'clock I stayed up through
It's
the
her
night.
arm, Bunny. It's her arm. It's not what you think it is.
What?
It's her arm.
Oh.
So this morning at like 9 or 10, I seen this SUV drive by, and I don't know what kind of car she drives now.
SUV.
That's the problem. I don't know. Used to be this little white Nissan Altima, and now she's got something different.
I can help you.
But all I seen out of my window is I was gawking. Is somebody looking out their window like, God damn, boy. That's all I seen.
Did the schnozberries taste like schnozberries?
The schnozberries tasted like fucking schnozberries.
Dude, the slur is real.
Yeah, you're like a couple of
What
hours
is
in
going
schedule.
on? This is the funniest podcast that I've been on. It's pretty funny.
It only goes downhill from here.
Oh god.
Yeah, get
Oh,
ready
it'll-
for a trip,
It's
Bunny.
only 9 p.m. where
He's
he
got
is.
extra cats to throw at her now.
Attack! You sons of bitches!
The feet of a bag.
Been eating all my food. The least you can do is attack this crazy bitch.
Hi.
Can you show the viewers all the cats?
Yeah,
It's much
heard
harder
all of
now.
them.
I got a video.
All 12 of your cats now. He has 12 cat books.
Dick, where's Dick? You got
I'm
it?
here. I'm here.
You got it?
Just hang on. I'm twiddling around here. Hang on.
Show us the
Yeah.
pussy's dick.
Just hang
Yes,
on.
he had kittens. How many kittens did you have?
5 kittens over
So
3
you're up
days.
to how many cats now?
I
That's
got 12. I got 12 in total.
for all of them.
That's so close to the 13 needed to be.
So
a
let's
cat
ask the
lady.
chat. Chat, is that too many cats? Is he the crazy cat lady now?
No, 13.
No, you gotta get to 13.
It's always what you got plus one,
Always
right?
1 plus.
Baker's dozen.
I'll get here.
At what
So you gotta
time
wait
can
till-
you milk
gotta
the
wait till they're
kittens?
right before
Yeah,
you-
how old do they have to be before you
So
can milk them?
that's a good question. Kittens can milk about
Why did you pronounce
You
that?
can't even say it with a straight face.
Kittens can milk.
I gotta get a drink. I'll be back.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Ray's starting it.
Wait to handle this.
This
Oh.
is what happened last time,
His-
and then we started seeing Ray's chair move a little bit.
The house smells. Tell everybody what you did with your cats when you went to BattleBots.
No, don't do
Yes,
that.
tell the story.
No, that was actually really simple, and it worked out perfectly.
You stuffed them inside the robot.
No. I bought a kiddie pool, a kid pool. It's like 5 foot, 6 foot diameter. Filled that bitch up with kitty litter. They were good. They were good till I got back. They did run out of food though, but I don't suspect it was for too long because they weren't super hungry when I got back.
So you're saying your cats were literally swimming in shit?
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see waiting. Yeah.
He put the cat litter in the pool and just left them down in the basement. And threw the food everywhere on the floor.
Yeah, no.
But not all the cats were in the house.
They had. Hey, there they are.
Oh.
There's my Bella.
Aww.
My Pika. And she's gone.
Do you have names for the new ones?
Don't name them.
I did. I did name one of them, the black one.
Sorry, this one, not that one. This one.
Can you even see him? Yep, there he is, way up on top. All of them. So the black one is the runt of the litter. He came out last. He's got the toughest run. And I was thinking, just something simple. But I don't remember what my name was.
Well, you figured it. Ray, that's a big drink.
I'll remember.
I'm thirsty.
You plan on staying a while?
Give me a half an hour. I'll remember. Don't worry.
Hey, now we lost everybody on the bunny household.
Oh
We'll
my
just be
God.
chairs in a second.
I have had something
She's
in my
gone.
teeth this entire time, and you all just let me have it in my teeth. That is rude. That
Your
is not
camera's
hospitality.
Our cameras are so small you can't
we
see
couldn't
that
see
anymore.
it. We couldn't see it.
You were just radiating so much
You were
beauty, we
fine.
couldn't see any imperfections.
Let's bring up the instant replay and see if she has something.
I know, Bunny and none of the Davids. It's very sad.
Yeah, let's rewatch the rest of the stream.
I can get that change for you there real quick.
Oh yeah, you have a David for me?
No, none of the Davids. Your name.
Hey. Do you guys want to fuck around with a Ouija board?
Yes. Absolutely.
The look on Ray's face.
No.
Okay, I should know better than to be surprised by anything that gets said here, but for whatever reason, that one surprised me. Okay.
You know you're doing good when Ray's laughing at
I'm
your
that
jokes.
influence.
Yo, like Ouija boards, that's fucked up. That's getting real deep.
Hey,
That's
Reese.
getting real deep.
Reese, did you talk
never
about Rusty? Because something bad happened to him.
What do you mean?
Well, remember you were saying that you talk about somebody or you do something and
Yeah, you were saying the Whyachi curse.
Whyachi curse.
And he just got hit by a tornado. So did you talk bad about Rusty lately?
No.
Oh, okay.
or about him at all?
Rusty wins every fight from here on out.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have to mute him again.
He puts.
Well,
Reese, who are the next 5 celebrities?
here's your surprise for the night. Okay.
Nobody muted you. You're
I
okay.
am out. I will see you later. You guys, here. Better take over, and you better leave this crowd looking good when I leave, because I'll be watching later. Don't you worry. But thank you, Bunny, for coming on.
Yeah, all right.
Davids,
See
you're not
you
here
later.
yet, but I'll thank you, Davids, too. And, of course, Ray. I had to get out before JMO would want to come back on, so
Adrian.
I'll be seeing you guys.
Sounds good. Talk to you later, Jack.
Toodles.
I'm gonna keep chatting.
We finally got rid of him.
Yeah.
Now the real
fucking
fun can begin.
asshole.
Someone get the Ouija board.
Ah, I'm back. No, joking.
God damn it. God damn it.
He's just gonna sit in the background hitting mute on you, Reese.
I know.
Well, no, don't send it to me.
So is JMO here? Is he still? He is here?
No, but
he's still here.
Listen, don't try to bully him in.
Jameson!
No, don't do that.
Jameson.
Don't do that.
Get your ass in here.
Okay. So we didn't get all the way through this. We're probably not gonna, and that's okay. But
Terratops. Fabulous. A++.
Terratops.
Doing a great job staying on top of each other.
And you end up
neither one of these weapons
giving
is
them a good
backing
wrecking,
down.
don't you?
Yeah, we wreck them. We win.
Separation for the whole match.
This was such a good fight.
3.5 feet so far.
It was really a great fight. It's really my favorite fight I've ever had.
These are some strong weapons.
Oh shit! This is the full send, right? When they're just like, oh, our weapons down. Okay, we're just gonna.
Well driven, face to face. So the question is, who breaks first?
So far, they're both doing a great job of not breaking.
Terabyte's weapon just went down. Not a good sign. Terabyte, Teratops.
Yeah, he'll.
And now
Still
the
has
White
no
Rabbit
fear.
takes control.
Driving directly into the spinning weapon of White Rabbit.
He has no choice. There's nothing else he can do.
Well, now we're getting that lifter.
What's that?
Ooh.
Oh. Oh, that'll.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Hell yeah.
Terratops just becoming unglued, but still staying in the fight.
Unglued is such an interesting word choice.
It's very
Clown
strong.
held up really well.
Take some hits.
I liked the white blade on Malice. Yeah, I liked Oh, my hair is loving my chair. Thank you, person, for pointing that out. See? Polite. The white blade, yeah. I liked the white Malice. I think it was cool. But next we're doing purple Malice. So we have White Malice. White Rabbit is literally just Malice. It's literally just what Malice painted white. But next year we're doing purple, so it's gonna be like you know how the live show is two separate pieces, so the red is like different from the black. It's gonna be like that, but it's gonna be purple. We already got the anodized purple blades.
And we're down to the final 30
Hydra is
seconds here.
purple.
Yeah. Oh! Oh!
Gosh!
Oh my God! Saved from the jaws.
Rip that arm off. Come on.
Amazing move by Terratops.
I do
Come
like.
on.
They we can spin back up now, but there you
Takes
each
two.
within our pulley.
Takes two to tango.
I do like how there's no chance they're gonna win with that move, but it was pretty cool.
It was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They were really brave. It was a brave fight.
So Hydra's purple and green though. We're just gonna be purple.
How are we gonna know it's Mal?
Not so much green.
I thought you were selling Hydra. You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, I thought you were selling Hydra. Yeah. What's that?
Well, yeah. If you buy it, and then you can paint all your damn bots purple.
Who do you think would win if Malice fought Hydra?
Fusion.
Hydra.
You think Hydra would win?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the viewers would win.
We'll find out.
Actually, either Hydra would win like it does on typically with these kind of bots, or Hydra would get wrecked. So the fans would love it either way. Because Malice poses a pretty great threat with that heavy horizontal up at about the edge of the bend. So one shot and it's pretty much over.
How
Would
much
you use
do
your
your
piano keys or your wedge thrust?
How much do your forks come off the ground when you're torquing forward?
Pretty far. When we torque forward, that's why I'm working on springs. Also, I don't know how to do springs. Apparently, I've never had to do springs in my life, and so we're working on springs for them. But they do come up pretty far when we wheelie. But like immediately they come back down. So it depends on if you get over to us before we're back down after we wheelie.
I mean, we have a horizontal wedge. But
would you use the wedge, or would you use the piano keys?
Not much of a ground game with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's why I was like, if you use the piano keys, I think you guys would win. But if you use the wedge, I think we would win.
Let's throw it over to Becky while the judges.
How about no wedges at all?
Okay.
For both bots.
Everybody should know I'll run Big Red.
Introduce yourselves.
Okay, when we fight, I'll run Big Red. It'll be great.
Watch as Hydra shows up with the vert.
Hydra buys Bite Force. Hydra buys Bite Force.
Bonnie, what do you think of Valkyrie's fork game?
Oh, it's so funny. Like, we were gonna do this, like, a similar thing, and Paul was the one who told us not to do it. Paul was like, "Don't design your fork like that because it's gonna get ripped off immediately." And he's like, and so Paul was the one who told us to design the fork the way we did.
Yeah, I also think that it's a hindrance. Because I mean, they could have used a shorter fork, but we're talking about the one fork on the one side. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I think that's not a good idea. I think you got to do two.
Well, unless they could put two forks on the back, and then do a
like
switch,
like rotate.
Yeah, because I think they're limiting their ability to hit the opponent with it.
Definitely. In the last match, it limited their ability to hit with the weapon.
And it's just damage points against them as well.
What else can he do?
Yeah, that's true. That's why we don't run any sort of like ablative armor that can get ripped off, because we don't want to get damage points against us for stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah, no matter what they say that it doesn't count, it doesn't count. I think Shatter learned that lesson with with the big blocks that came off. It doesn't look good.
So when is Ray going to go with a wedge on the back of Tombstone?
Never.
Yeah, you'll never see a wedge. Although I do have to admit, I hate to even say it, but if I had like small forks on the back of that, because
like Malice, right? Did you like it when you were on Malice?
I loved being on Malice, so let's clear that up. I was very grateful to be part of it. But if I had like forks on the corners on the back, and you could, because people are always going to throw a big wedge at me. That's just what they're going to do. And if I had something to get under them and just kind of hold them and then spin around, bring the weapon into them, I could see that working. I don't know that I'll devote the weight to making that happen, but I can see it being functional.
The chat is asking if we'd like to fight, and I would absolutely like to fight Ray. I've tried to call them out every season, but they won't let me fight Ray.
They won't take the bait.
They won't take the bait. I've tried so hard.
Can we backtrack for 1 second? Bonnie, can you tell us about the challenge process? So the appeals, you have 60
You guys were the
seconds.
first, right?
Yeah, we were the second. The one that lost, what was his name? Shreddabro versus Ominous. I think it's Ominous was the first. We were the second. We were the second one to appeal, and unfortunately, it was literally like back to back. It was Evan and Ominous, and then us. So we were like the next fight after them, and we appealed too. So that was crazy.
None of the Davids.
None of the Davids. It's the best. So you have 60 seconds in the rules to appeal, and so you like immediately we had to say we were going to appeal. Like we had to. There was no choice. And I mean, obviously, I could have chosen not to appeal, but that wasn't going to happen. That was not going to happen. So you say you're going to appeal, and Greg immediately whips the winner's pog back from the person that he tries to give it to. Nice. And yeah, that was kind of sad actually, because he was like literally like about to hand it to her, and I had to like because you only have 60 seconds, so I had to be like, I'm appealing, and then he was like, nope, and I was like, oh, that's uncomfortable.
Do you just like shout that into the void, or do you like tell Greg? Or you like, no, we're appealing? Like,
were you after me and Witch Doctor? Because I feel like I was the first one.
Yeah,
where they offered it.
It did seem like that day of judges' decisions were feeling kind of weird, and they were announcing before fights how the appeals process worked. Like they were describing it to the crowd before it happened.
Someone to showcase,
and then a bunch of sus judges' decisions came out.
Well, I thought that my judge's decision was because I have personal beef with two of the judges, and like it was just like a problem. So that's why I thought I did it, but it was not fun. It was not like.
But now you're going into the 32 without an appeal.
No, you get it back.
I won, so I get it.
Oh yeah, you won. Okay.
Yeah, so I get another.
Yeah, if you win, you keep it.
If you win, you get to keep it. It's just to keep people from abusing it. So anyway, so you announce that you're going to appeal, and then you have to come up. So without seeing the scorecards, you don't get to see the scorecards. You don't get to see anything. You have to come up with an argument why.
See, that's bullshit. Because my fight against Adam Wrigley, he went up, got the scorecard before he even decided.
What?
Yeah.
You only have 60 seconds. You're not allowed to go get the scorecard.
He has to see it right away.
When Greg came up to me, he's like, "You gotta decide right now."
Yeah,
there's no time limit. It's just like you gotta, like, yes or no, right
Well,
now.
I think 60 seconds is crazy too, because sometimes you're just still reeling from what happened,
Yeah,
and they
no,
start
that's
doing
way too
interviews and
fast.
stuff. It's just it's crazy.
But Adam said
the other team doesn't even get a chance to be happy about it.
In the Multiplier fight, Adam said, "Oh, we wouldn't have been able to overrule it because it was too one-sided in the judges' scorecards, so they didn't appeal." And I'm like, so then when the Witch Doctor fight came, we said, "Hey, what are the scorecards? Give us some info here. We'll decide." And they said, "Oh, you don't get to see the scorecards."
They told us you weren't allowed to see the scorecards.
So I
Maybe that's why they decided.
Wrigley got to see him for at least one fight.
I think they just
That's
screwed it
not
up.
good.
I think they just screwed it up.
Well,
So you decide you're appealing. They snatch the pog back.
And then so you have to come up with an argument why you feel you won according to the rules. So our team, we felt we had a very good case. We were not supposed to be counted out. We were still translationally moving. They cut that out of the show, but we showed our judge, the ref guy. He's like, okay, we'll go to that box, and we were like, okay, and we went to the box. And so, but because we were both crab walking, that's why they claimed to count us out. But I don't agree with it, because they could not translationally move. We were still crab walking. I'm not arguing that we were not fully functional, but we were translationally moving. So
did you kill their weapon too?
What we tore their weapon off.
Their weapon
That's
off.
what I thought.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
I
it
thought I
was
saw
off.
that and I was surprised that it went the other way.
Right.
After seeing that.
Gosh, Trevor was talking about it in line, just generally. They were like, "Yeah, I heard their weapon was broken."
Okay, actually, this is really funny. They were setting up and they were gonna film you and Valkyrie giving your arguments, and you guys are standing there, and I'm talking to the people in the crowd. I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?" I'm trying to get all the details, and I say to a guy, I'm like, "Yeah, I heard Valkyrie's weapon stopped working," and the guy's like, "Well, I'm anti-Valkyrie, and that definitely didn't happen." I'm like, "Oh," and I hadn't seen the fight at this point, so I was like, "Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to badmouth him." And then I watched it later. I'm like, "What?
It's gone.
Mean? It doesn't exist."
What do you mean it worked?
Yeah.
Something spun. That's not the same.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I have nothing against Valkyrie. Valkyrie's great. I love Valkyrie. I think Valkyrie's a really super wonderful robot, actually, genuinely and truly. But I just was so and you're so stressed during this time, right? So it took 4 hours, right? Because so you say you appeal, and then they wait until the end of the filming session because they want the judges, right? So they send Mike Jeffries over, the bot guy, and you give your arguments to him without hearing the other person's arguments. You don't hear the other person's arguments until they film you. So then they make you stand there, one on each side of Mike, and give your arguments.
Yeah, it looked not fun for you guys.
It was not fun.
Yeah.
It was really stressful, and it was really uncomfortable because I didn't want to fight with Valk ever. I love Valk, and so
it's not personal.
It's not personal, but I had to
exactly.
continue, and I don't know. I just don't think it should be so public. I thought if they were gonna have stuff like this, it should be you sit down with the bot ref, you give your side, they sit down with the bot ref, they give their side, and then it goes to the judges. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it should have been filmed. I don't think that was comfortable for anyone.
From a viewer's perspective, it felt very awkward.
Makes for good TV though.
Does it?
It makes for TV.
I don't know.
They didn't even show it.
They didn't show it.
The bits,
Yeah, it was
the
probably
bits that
because
they did show.
we were probably both standing there awkwardly. Normally, you would end up in a position where you get the builders aren't normally in the discussions with the judges, so there's not awkwardness because it feels or at least it's meant to seem very impartial. You stand there with the cameras in front of the box, and then they just hand a judge's decision down, and that makes it feel less weird. When you have to argue against the other bot, it turns it very much into a thing. Now
I think
that wasn't on me. The judges did that, but you can't do that if you're the one making the argument.
Yeah. They don't care about your comfort. They're going to film that so they can hopefully get that drama. They hope you're going to go in there impassioned and talk about it. So that,
I was not impassioned. I was like,
they're doing this on. This isn't accidental. They're doing this on purpose. Okay.
You have to arm wrestle for it.
Right. It just seems like.
At least there's an appeal process now.
I didn't like that there was an appeal process at all. I thought they should have better judges.
Well,
right, like that's the thing. It's like if
you're human, so I mean, an appeal process.
I know that. Like,
correct. It doesn't matter who the judges are. You should still have an appeal process. I agree.
Yeah.
So, Bunny, talk me through this. This is the end here.
Yeah. So this is where we showed him that we could translationally get to an area in the box. We literally showed him. He told us to go to the one in the middle of the red BB. So we went to the one in the middle of the red BB. We were the only robot not allowed to crab walk this year, period. We were the only robot. And so that's why I'm like, we just showed you we could go. Why are you counting me? I was literally yelling at him. I was like, why are you counting me out? We literally just showed you that we can translationally move. And you're still counting us out. Everyone else is allowed to crab walk. Why are we not
counted out during the emulsifier fight when I could drive perfectly.
Yeah, you shouted and said he's the one who can't drive. Count him out.
Was it a simultaneous knockout, Bunny?
Yeah, it was a simultaneous knockout. So
all right. Here's the thing, and this is my tinfoil hat. That's impossible, almost impossible, unless somebody is in their ear saying simultaneously count them out.
Correct.
They have to have agreed to doing this.
Correct.
I don't know. I didn't agree with it. I didn't like how it was handled, and like it was nothing against Valkyrie. Valkyrie was fabulous, and they did everything right. It was just handled wrong. Like it was handled incorrectly. Like
putting them in a position to defend the judge's decision is also weird, because what if you're just like, if there was no appeals process, they'd just be happy to take the win. They're not going to walk around being like, well, Malice actually won.
Yeah.
And regardless of how they feel about it, they're now put in a position to defend it regardless, especially since like they're not the ones appealing it because they won. They haven't necessarily been put in a position to formulate an argument for why they should win.
All they said, like their reasoning for why they won was that their weapon was still spinning even though it wasn't attached, and that we broke our bearings. That's what they said.
Their weapon was spinning though it wasn't attached. That's bullshit.
That's pretty bullshit. Okay.
Hey, I didn't think of this though.
Yeah.
The rule here is you get counted out if you can't.
And the worst part was like we were telling them to engage us. We were like, hey, if you don't come and fight us, they're gonna count us both out. Like we literally said that to them, and they still didn't want to come and fight us. And so we were like, we're literally telling them to engage us and moving translationally. They're the ones running away. Why are we being counted out? Like this is not fair. So.
Yeah, everybody's kind of hitting upon this stipulation, but you said they told you to show you could drive to a certain spot, so that eliminates your ability to attack them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bonnie, do you want to be a judge someday?
No, God, no, never. I would never be a judge.
I need to ask a clarifying question on the way damage is calculated as well, because Valkyrie's weapon was missing completely. Yours just didn't work.
Ours worked. We spun it at the end. We showed them.
I know. Yeah, they thought it didn't work, but they gave more damage to Valkyrie, even though their weapon was missing completely, but yours was still attached, and they thought it didn't work.
Mm-hmm. And they also gave Valkyrie aggression. We did argue that we had the aggression because we were telling them to engage us, and so that's why the aggression changed. The aggression score changed too, because we proved that we were more aggressive. We were literally telling them to engage us, and they didn't.
The simultaneous knockout wouldn't have been a problem if the judges' scorecards, from a TV perspective, I do understand two kind of nerfed bots that are having trouble getting to one another. It's not great TV, but the simultaneous knockout doesn't negate incorrectly judging it, though. Back to tinfoil hat stuff. There was that particular session, they were announcing how it worked to the audience before anyone had appealed, and then every judge's decision in that session was very odd. seemed quite odd to me. The closest one is
like
Witch
they were
Doctor
playing-
Fusion, and I don't know
like
that
they
we
were
win the
playing it
appeal, but it
off.
feels weird.
It's a show first. And
Okay,
then
this
second.
comment, how could the judges miss the Malice showing their weapon was working? You need to be there and actually see this, but right after the fights, the judges almost always look straight down for the replays on the monitor.
Yeah. I don't think that they missed us showing it. I just like it was working after. So like it was working after Valkyries for sure. Like they could not have missed it working after Valkyries. I can see how they missed it working at the end, but not right because we were still spinning after Valkyries was off.
Yeah.
But I would say as well, even if your weapon was dead entirely, yours was still at
on
least
the
attached.
robot.
Yeah, it's still there. But I do think it's equally as interesting that we're, especially this season, because of some calls last year that did not receive great favor, we were very explicitly told, like, show your shit works at the end if you can, right? Like, we want to avoid a hiding by the wall, don't show you spin up, and then we assume it works situation. So, but the push and pull behind that is that this year especially, there's no time for that. They call it, the 3 minutes lapses, whatever, and then the refs are like, put it down, immediately. So it's like, when are you supposed to do your like this works thing that they told us to do to eliminate poor judges' decisions, and then also, in some cases, physically take the transmitter out of your hands? Like, how are you supposed to do both?
And which ref does that?
That's going to get someone hurt.
Yeah.
Right. And I've said this before too. It's not like there's some sort of like self-destruct button that a ref could accidentally touch, pulling it out of pulling a transmitter out of somebody's hands. But it still could be quite bad if they spin something up or start driving it around.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Where do you guys weigh in on the fight that caused this rule change in the first place, the original Minotaur and Witch Doctor fight, and how it was ruled and how it went down?
I think that the Hydra Tantrum fight contributed it to it too.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
they
even said so in production this year. They even said so. That's why they have this rule now.
The Minotaur Witch Doctor fight was the night before.
Correct.
And then the Hydra Tantrum fight the next day.
Yeah. I do recall that there was discussion after the Minotaur Witch Doctor fight in that sort of the builders area, and there was a pretty
the predicament there was Witch Doctor actually got stuck on the arena.
Yep.
Correct. Okay.
And they were freed within 10 seconds.
I think it was less. And they said explicitly that year too that you could get a free hit to try to unstick them first.
Yeah, that was my complaint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that also wasn't followed through. And I think some of the issue is that BattleBots writes the rules and then clarifies things or says other things like it's not in the rules show that your stuff works, but then in the meeting we're told to, which gives a wiggle room, right? They could just pretend they didn't say that.
Right. They can wiggle. Yeah.
Or the unstick thing. He's like, Trey said, if a bot is stuck, you get one free hit to try to unstick them before we stop the fight. But that's not in the rules.
Witch Doctor was stuck, and Minotaur could have went up and hit them right on the ass.
Yep.
There is no end to people mentioning bad calls. the chat is filled with
yeah.
And it's not like bad calls don't happen in other sports. Like
correct. They happen
unilaterally. They do. I just don't know that by nature of live sporting events, appeals processes become quite public, but it's not like you hear the appeal from the coach of one team.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mic them up and stand them next to the other coach to be like, tell us why the call's wrong. You just have a chat off mic, and then the refs come back and say, we're doing this.
What got me about the Witch Doctor Minotaur fight was after they unstuck him, it was clearly obvious that Witch Doctor avoided contact for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
Okay? And I mean, they made a tactical decision to do that. It was obvious they were trying to avoid.
Yeah, because they would not just throw themselves into Minotaur's weapon.
And I get what they did, but judging wise, you should punish them for doing that. Okay, they should lose everything on aggression, and they should lose everything on control.
Aggression and control.
Okay, they should lose those categories because they specifically did not engage.
But now with the rules, with you basically never count it out if you can still move a little bit. Now,
and
you have to engage with them. Let's
now
say
they would be
the
forced.
weapon is still spinning yet,
Yep.
and you have to engage with them.
Yeah.
I think they got to fix that rule a little bit somehow.
It's better than rewarding a team for running away. If you have to engage, you have to engage. I mean, go fight.
Right.
Yeah, but if the guy's just crab walk and he has his weapon running,
then you better drive well enough to get behind him and
it
push
comes
him out.
back onto the other guy that's in good shape to have to engage him.
I think you should be punished for not engaging. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
to a crab walking bot.
Well, and the rules are set up that way. You are supposed to be punished for running away, unless you're spinning up a big horizontal or vertical, where it takes time to spin it up.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, they spent most of that match, the majority of that match, running away.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, you cannot reward
so
that.
if you're not making contact with your weapon, that should not count towards the running away period. You're already spun up. This is just buying time.
Right.
Beyond that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch the fight again to really know how I would feel about it. It's my issue's not with the outcome. It's with things that we're being told that are not applied equally.
And how they played out live.
Right.
Even
let's say next season,
probably
Hydra
70%
against
of the
Tombstone.
builders. Roughly.
Hydra against Tombstone next season. Somehow Ray ends up crab walking at a minute into the fight. It's incumbent on Hydra to somehow go into Tombstone spinning death.
Full speed.
Correct. And if I can crab walk enough to get to you wherever you're sitting, then yes, you're going to have to engage. If all I can do is go around in a circle and not move, then you can ignore me and eventually.
No, by the rules,
I think
that's
it's greater.
movement.
I think
by
it's
the
greater
rules, that's
than that.
movement. You can be right in your same spot and just moving around in circles, and you're fine.
It would be Hydra's burden to come up to you, even if you could spin in a circle.
There was one going back a couple of years ago, Ray, which really got you badly. You were counted out during a pin.
Correct. And I lost that match. That match was over. I was getting my butt kicked. So I didn't make as big an issue out of it as I would have otherwise. I mean, there was no question I was losing that match, but the way it was handled was horrible.
So this is the
On
fight.
TV, it came across badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
But you just lost your other wheel, the one that was dangling and just slowing you down, so you would have been freed up by then.
At
But
that
they
point in
counted you
time,
out while you were
I
in the
could
corner.
get anywhere in the arena on one wheel. Okay, and you can see here, Daniel can get anywhere in this arena he wants to go.
On one wheel.
He's going to get there slowly, but he can get there.
Daniel's very good at crowd walking.
He's very good at this.
Yeah, it's definitely chasing.
Can you still get a fight going? Can you still hit the other guy?
Sure.
They could have done just then.
Someone's good for sure.
He can
Could if
hit
they
you.
didn't run away.
I think that turn and run that just played is one of the most egregious ones. Minotaur flips again, and Witch Doctor looks like they're going in for a hit on the side.
Right.
Daniel
Right here.
turns into Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor full 180
Run away.
away.
Yeah,
Could have been a fight.
run
right
away.
there.
Okay.
Run
and,
away.
This is.
Is their weapon working?
But they're winning on aggression, Cherry.
Both weapons worked at
They're,
this
they're
point.
going in circles around them. That's aggression.
Yeah, but who was winning before this point?
They're circling like a
Minotaur.
shirt there. Don't worry.
Minotaur.
Yeah, Minotaur was winning before this.
There you go.
So-
It was just one mistake that put them on the shelf. Do you have the bit after the fight as well?
Because it did lose that wheel on the screw. I can see damage definitely going against Minotaur. Okay, but the in every other respect, they were in charge of this match.
Do you have the little bit from after the fight? Because the Witchlock guys were complaining because Minotaur nearly landed on them after the fight. And they edited it to make it look like Mike Lately was shouting at the referees.
Minotaur really
What do you mean
fucked
landed on
themselves landing on the screws like that too.
How did they land on somebody? What do you mean? Oh.
Mike Lately, after the fight, Minotaur gyroed and nearly landed on Witch Doctor. Mike Lately shouted, "What the hell, man?" But they edited it to make it look like Mike Lately was shouting at the referees for not counting them out.
That's not cool.
Didn't
I
see
don't like
Yeah.
my least favorite thing about BattleBots is how they say mean things about the competitors and like edit it poorly like that. I don't like that. Like I like
Okay, hold on. That doesn't make sense though. That narrative doesn't really track. The end of the fight,
Villain stuff, Bunny.
they're like
They
they're
can be a
two
villain.
squares. They're 2 squares away at the end of the fight. Witch Doctor backs into their square at the end of the fight, and Minotaur does gyro over. They're so far away.
Yeah, Mike
So-
Lately shouted at them.
I don't know. Maybe he was shouting at the ref. I don't know. I don't know. But they weren't. The buzzer goes,
Yeah.
and they're like 2 full squares apart.
Yeah, you do hear it. He shouts, "Come on, what the hell, man?" And he says, "The dude, he almost gyroed onto us."
That
You do
happened
hear him say
before
that in the
end of
TV
fight.
edit.
So maybe it was just
Well, you can gyro on people during the fight, so
Yeah.
that wouldn't make sense.
he might have genuinely been saying, "What the hell? Why don't you count him out before he actually damages us?"
Yeah, I'm confused about the description of being told by their ref that Minotaur was being counted out because, again, the refs have earpieces. They're talking to each other. They're talking to production. There is nothing but, if that is true, then production was playing weird games. If it's not true, which they would know if that was true or not true, they either said it and it's weird, or they didn't say it, which would make it.
They were trying to count Minotaur out, and Junior was yelling at the ref, "Look, we can move wherever we want to." This was going on through that entire last minute and a half. So it's possible there was some talk there on the earpieces between them.
Oh, I remember now. No. I
don't.
don't think the ref. I don't think that the ref said they were counting them out. I think that another Witch Doctor teammate was seeing the ref start the count out and telling Mike that.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Andrea's
I
saying
think
don't
I think that that's what it was.
That's reasonable. I
Right.
was-
Yes. I was just trying to figure it out in my head. I was like, I don't think that the ref would have said that if that wasn't happening, and they would have been like, "Oh no, they stopped." If they had communicated that, oh great, yeah. But and that makes more sense because very frequently, especially teams, especially
right.
teams
That
like that size,
Okay.
you usually, or at least we have like Dick is always in Jake's ear telling them what's
So-
going on, what they're doing, what their drivers are doing, whatever. Like anything that
we have Nick for that.
can be observed and reported will be. So that would make more sense. Someone like a spotter essentially saying, "Hey, they're counting them out."
So Ray, on the final 32, you have any thoughts on that? Did you catch the last episode?
I was actually off fishing on the last episode, and I didn't watch it, so I didn't watch the last show.
What were you trying for?
I went out on one of the party boats in San Francisco Bay and caught some halibut. It was a great day. I had a
There
wonderful
you
day.
go.
Yeah,
There
it was
you go.
awesome. Okay. So I mean, round of 32 is about when I showed up at the event. So it was when things got interesting. It was really, really cool. There's a lot of great matches coming up, I can tell you.
So when you say the Bay Area, like around Alcatraz type of thing, or
Yeah. Okay. So this time of year, the April May type of year, you get a lot of halibut in the South Bay, and so for whatever reason, this year's just been a banner year. There's a picture.
That's a great photo.
They're just biting like crazy down there, and so
how deep was the water?
not the whole South Bay is really shallow. A deep spot is maybe 35, 40 feet, and a lot of it's only 5 or 10 feet deep. So you're fishing in pretty shallow water.
How big a boat?
So the party boat I was on, I think, is about a 60-footer. So it was a great day. There was like almost no wind. It was nice and calm. It was warm. It was t-shirt weather most of the day. Usually San Francisco Bay is pretty cold. It was just a great day all the way around. And I got a bunch of fresh halibut in the freezer, so it was cool.
Yeah. How many people go on a party boat?
They used to take like 32 or 35 on a boat that size. And then COVID happened, and they made them spread them out a little further, and so now it's more like 20 or 22 on the boat. I think we had 18 on the boat, if I remember that day. So not quite a full load for them, but almost. And we were limited out and heading back by 1 in the afternoon. So it was a great day.
What else can you catch?
The boat there were a few stripers caught, striped bass as well. I didn't get any stripers, but I caught some halibut. Those same trips, they call them potluck trips. They use live anchovies for bait.
Oh, cat check.
You know, and yeah, there you go. Gimme.
There's another one.
Gotcha. She's over there.
I'm not prepared for a cat check.
you're not prepared. Okay.
You have the most cats of anyone here.
Your cats have their own bunny ears?
Hang on.
Little perch.
There you go.
Surly looking.
Yeah, it looks grumpy.
That cat's pissed off. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Very much so.
Surly little fingers.
So, 2 cats, no dogs?
No dogs. We don't have a lifestyle for a dog. I really love dogs. I had a dog growing up my whole life, and my last dog, Kira, she was a German Shepherd, but she died of brain cancer. It was rough. I loved her. She was 13, so she had already lived a very long life. So it was. But now we travel every weekend. We're literally going to be gone the next 3 weekends in a row. So you got to have cats instead when you do stuff like that.
It's
Who takes care of the cat?
We use Rover. Some random internet person comes to our house and watches them.
Really?
Okay. Little weird. Weird.
It is very weird.
So they live at your place when you're gone?
No. They just come in and they don't live there. They just come in and walk, like clean the litter box and spend like an hour with the cats playing with them or whatever.
Oh, you don't have to get a kiddie pool full of litter.
No.
I did. I had to do that.
Yeah, you probably do with 12 cats.
Yeah.
I can leave my
only
cat alone
7
for a
till
week.
3 days ago.
Yeah, we've done that too, Ray. As long as it's one cat and you load it up enough.
Yeah. Okay. Change your box. Put out enough food. She's fine for a week.
Yeah.
She doesn't even care that I'm gone. I mean, come on, it's a cat, you know.
My cats care.
Yeah.
So,
are we
Dick,
done?
do you have anything on this week's fights at all, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, I got it right here. It's just I'm afraid that we're going to be too brutal when we watch this.
That's not the place.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, what'd you think was going to happen here, right?
Oof.
Cobalt's got the wedge game working.
Look at Rachel. It spit a battery out. Have you seen this fight?
No,
Yeah,
I didn't
it
watch
blew a
it.
battery out.
It just pooped a battery out.
Because he got it underneath him, right?
Lucky looked really good at Robo.
No, Robo Games would have just stopped it there, right, with the lipo fire.
I think
Yeah,
so,
probably.
There,
And
the
then
battery
sent
fell
guys
out.
in, no
No, just,
masks
yeah,
to
like,
go get
flipped
it.
out.
Oof.
This
Those
is
box
the one-
flippers are interesting shape.
This is the one I'm worried that people are going to get mad at us complaining about how bad one of these two bots is, and money it's not the bot you're associated with. It's like flip. No. And then
Banshee
All right,
didn't do great in this
so-
one. Banshee didn't flip it off. I really love Banshee, but it was not good in this
Okay.
one. It was actually very shitty in this one, and I feel bad for saying that because I really do love David Small. But he himself has said it was not good in this one, so I don't feel as bad saying it. But he
Yeah, they seem pretty humble about all their fights.
I'm just
yeah,
wondering
it's been a great robot other fights, but this specific fight was not good, and I feel bad.
But Terry, what's Tantrum
really
thinking?
is, huh?
What's Tantrum thinking putting this huge hopper on so they can't get onto the flipper?
And
You see
wasn't
it?
it to like try to hook them? I feel like it was to try to hook them, right? I don't know specifically.
There's like
So,
a block.
people slapped him on the ass like that.
See it? Oh, Terry's not here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Look at this! Look at this brick they put on the front of the flipper so that bots don't slide up on top of their flipper.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a great idea.
Yeah, it is kind of a hook though. Bunny is onto it. Maybe they thought they were going to hook him.
I thought they were trying to make it a hook thing, but I don't know for sure. And also like
Because they have to sit on top too.
I was just so disappointed in Banshee this fight because
I could see having a stop, but maybe a stop up further so they get onto the flipper.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that they don't ride over it.
I think the thing with Banshee too is they need more surface area because their flipper's very short.
Yeah.
Um,
Not sure flips.
I mean, you try some different shit out.
Yeah.
Certain
Sometimes it
matches,
works,
and sometimes it doesn't work.
That's part of it too. They were probably thinking it's just Banshee. They could try weird stuff and see what worked.
I guess I don't see like the purpose though. Like if it is a hook, you have to get them up and past it. And if you're getting them up and past it, they're on the flipper.
Yeah, but they need time. They need to hold them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Blip has
That's
to,
what
like,
I think they needed. I think if I remember correctly, they were trying to like hook them, but I don't remember. So I have a really bad memory. So
I can remember us trying out some different wedgelet setups on a Tantrum fight one time. That didn't work out for shit.
There was an idea, like I guess I would love an explanation of how it was intended, because there's an explanation for those wedges and a purpose. It just might not have worked.
Okay, so some of that's how Blip works because they have to spin up. They don't keep the motor spun up all the time for the flipper.
No, they can't drive very well with it spun fully
So
up.
it's one of those things where they figure they're going to get under you, they're going to push you to a rail, then they're going to spin up the weapon and flip you.
Yeah.
And I think some of it is just they were assuming they were going to have them pinned.
Yeah.
When they actually fired.
David Small really did drive like really well. I will say that. Like I know his robot didn't work, and that was like super disappointing for me. But his drive was excellent. I will say that he did not stop driving, and I'm very proud of him.
No, yeah, I'm seeing the purpose now. Just now, because I
They get it to the rail, but then there's a rail in the way.
It's to keep them getting off. I'm seeing that, but it is also like you have to. They essentially have to have them pinned. If they're pinned,
Correct.
But
they're
pinned, they're
relying
already up
on
there.
having them pinned in how the flipper actually functions. It's not like a fighter where they can flip it. I mean, they literally have to hold you, then spin up the weapon, and then fire the flipper.
Right.
There's a steep angle as well.
It was a little disappointing to get 2 minutes into the match before you finally see your first flip when you have two flippers going up against each other.
I agree.
I really love David Small, but this was really disappointing for me. I tried to be a cheerleader, and I was just like, man, this one I can't cheerlead for you. Like this one's rough. But the only thing is, he did drive. He drove really well. So
the driving is good. They would have gotten a lot more flips off if he wasn't.
He's a really good driver. He is a really good driver.
There's no hook points underneath here, so I don't think it's a hook. Because look at how flat that is. You're never going to hook underneath there. Maybe
they're hoping to get so far underneath it sits behind it. But it's such a steep angle, they're never really going to get that far. And then if they do, they're by the rail, so there's only so high they can flip it.
Terry, is it possible that it's part of the geometry issue with flipping a bot against the wall?
Oh,
so it's higher up.
Force back.
So there's less away and more up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Because that is a problem when you.
Maybe if that's what you're trying for is a pin up against the wall, and they're kind of angled more straight up.
It's the only
that way you
way
can
their
hit them
flipper is
more.
effective. They have to get pushed against the rail to fire it because they have to wait until they spin up the weapon. There's a little flywheel in there they got to spin up first.
I'm sure it happens really fast, but you can see how well it'll drive when they do their victory dance. They spin it up and do the victory dance and turn. That's how it would do all the time. It'd be a nightmare to drive.
I think you're onto something with this geometry thing. I'm trying to watch where the flipper ends.
Right.
When it completes its movement, and
right here.
It is essentially horizontal, and sometimes it's not even reaching that.
Yeah.
So it would be difficult trying to get a flip against the wall where you're essentially pushing them forward because they're gonna bounce against the wall instead of going up.
Yeah.
It helps with the upper deck. The upper deck helps them.
Hey,
I really
and
like
this is-
Blip. Blip is a really cool robot.
And this is who Hydra has next. Death Roll.
Tiger Rocks.
Good luck
I
to the
agree.
arena.
I like Blip as much as Tantrum as well.
Boom, roasted. I like Death Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
I
Death
do
Roll,
too.
too.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
it's leading with its weapon, so that scores
Yeah.
points in my book right away.
I just love the don't give a fuck attitude of being like,
Correct.
we're gonna get flipped. We'll just run our weapon against the floor until we flip back over.
Is something
It's
like
cool.
are they jammed?
No,
Are they-
their drive is screwed up.
They lost.
Really?
They,
Oh.
they
I
took
thought
a
they were
hit
like
in the weapon
stuck.
race in the drive motor.
No, they're not stuck. They just move forward.
And
They just sit-
Monsoon
They
definitely
were wiggling,
has
but
improved, right? Monsoon is,
Yeah.
is definitely
Definitely.
better.
Monsoon was really good this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
They might be high center.
Yeah.
It probably got dented underneath.
Bummer.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Because it looked like
One
they
of the
had the capacity to move, but they were like, stuttering.
one of the hits took out one of Death Roll's drive motors.
Yeah,
according
they
to
lost
Tom
it.
Brewster
Ah,
on
okay.
Discord.
Yeah.
And everybody, look at the
Oh, was it?
Monsoon
Okay.
team. Look at the Monsoon team partying in the window. It's really awesome.
They are
Look at
having a good time the whole time they were there.
Yeah.
There's a real sniper shot to look out for in this fight. Tantrum's self-righting chain taken out by the screws.
Oh, is that what happens? They end up not being able to self-right again?
Yeah, but it's a pinch point on the screws that does it. Right there.
Like right there.
Yeah, and the chain is right at the back, and that breaks, so now they can't self-right. But it was that knock onto the screws that did it.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's funny because they spent a long time
Working on it,
exclusively the self-rider. So like for that little that's the thing with a lot of these fights is like sometimes they just
the little brat.
the little random thing.
Get
Self-right.
Hit him.
Self-right.
Or it's just like a weird like
Yeah. Yeah. Hit him.
Yeah, this is too spicy for YouTube.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh.
Oh, I love that. That's good.
There's
Doing a big
lot
yeet
of
at the end.
short,
Who's this?
a lot of short fights. this
Hijinks versus
episode.
Switchback.
Okay.
And hijinks, I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of promise here. I think if they move the wheels back a little bit to push the blade just a tiny bit forward, I think that would help.
On hijinks,
Yeah.
their biggest issue is they need to spin that weapon up faster.
Yeah.
It's very slow.
It's you're what 3 seconds into it before it's now it's finally spinning.
Ooh.
I've I've had this exact same thing happen on one of my bar spinners where the bar just ended up taking flight.
Yeah.
Oh, they should have used a better camera angle with that.
Yeah,
That
there's
was
a better
really
camera
tight.
angle with that.
Yeah.
Where you could see it flying like a
And
helicopter.
you know they have it. You know they have the better shot because there's
Maybe.
cameras all over running all the time.
Okay,
Oh,
now
fuck,
everyone,
this fight.
this fight was so bad on the TV cut that they just started running statistics and shit on the side.
No way.
Yeah.
Not even that. They highlighted them reading the winner. They didn't even
I
show
was
the winner
gonna say,
properly. They
they never even
highlighted
said
that.
who won, right? I thought somebody else was
Whoa.
excited about that.
The
Is
disrespect.
it Slammo?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should.
The first year I saw Slammo, they had Mobot as a sponsor, and the entire season I called them Mobot because I thought that was the bot name. And someone was like, "It's Slammo," and I was like, "Oh shit! Whoops."
That was a bad deal for Mobot.
Oh,
I won their free mower though. That was cool.
Sick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's basically like a Roomba, but for your yard, right?
Yeah, it worked great. I put bunny ears on it, so it was really cute.
Sick.
Yes,
little tap there.
slower than Tombstone.
Does Double Tap ever get its double tap to work?
No.
They say they do.
I think they used it once and it broke right away.
Didn't
just
they have
spoiling
one?
things.
Didn't they have one body that was made up like of 1,000 different layers?
Yes,
welded
that was my
together?
favorite one.
Welded together.
They
Yeah.
said it was like
Self-healing.
self-repairing or something. Self-healing. I still don't get it.
I don't know, but it looked cool.
It's an
I don't know if
interesting,
it was self-healing, but it looked really cool.
design.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, straight up, this is exactly how I would expect a bot to be made by a bunch of really smart people who have no idea how to make a battle bot, and they're trying. So
You almost described it exactly. I know the team.
I give them credit, and
Yep.
it's awesome that they got the bot in and working, but there's assumptions that you make that you find out are absolutely inaccurate.
Yep.
When you fight. And,
Oh, what do you know, Dick?
And putting a hinge on your spinner bar is a bad idea.
It's just another failure point.
Oh, like it moves like this? Is that what you're saying?
No, it like spins out allegedly.
It like opens up supposedly.
Oh,
like a hit.
interesting.
The concept being that it would hit once, open, and then hit again. But I don't know that ever.
Yeah, it's like a blade with axes on it.
Weird.
That's interesting.
But
I
not
wonder
that
if the math on that ever mathed. Because
I'm sure they have a lot of math.
Wouldn't the speed of the spin sort of prohibit that from being effective?
Well, you don't know how hard you have to hit until you
Yeah.
fight robots.
Not at 50 RPM.
Yeah.
It's meant to work like the blade
this is
spins,
tough a
hits,
lot.
and then an axe comes round.
Right.
And hits
I mean,
again.
everybody who's listening and just listening to this in the future, I say all of that, and then I give you Fusion, which is kind of a bot that like a grade schooler would draw. Like I want a spinner on one end and I want a vertical on the other, and most normal builders would go, forget that. Go with one or the other. So
That's what we strive for. A design that an 8-year-old would come up with. I want this shit hanging over here and this over here, type of stuff.
Well-
Bristling with weapons.
I even think
some
some of
spikes on
I
it.
even think some of the just like not obviously at its baser level is it like this, but Hydra even it's just like I want a bot that's like a dragon and it launches people 16 feet in the air. Like that doesn't sound like that would be possible.
Oh, we got a rematch?
Yeah, this is the rematch.
Oh, Reese is absent. Oh, I'd say this to Reese's face. I'm not afraid of Reese.
Hey, where is he?
I am. Did you see his guns earlier? That was
They're all
Be
show.
afraid.
It's all glamour muscles.
it's all glamour muscles.
Yeah.
As I've said when somebody said I said nice things and then I said bad things about someone, it's like I can talk shit about anybody. I mean,
You would too.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah.
No, maybe Reese's ex finally arrived. Actual LOL. That was funny.
Dude, don't count that out as a possibility.
Reese, we're worried. Come back.
Oh yeah. Andrea, good point.
He's
good
making
point.
meat pie somewhere,
Reese is newly a mother. He did just give birth to 5 kittens. So
Not
he's off
personally.
feeding them.
It would just be his blood-covered ex-girlfriend who just takes a seat and joins us for
He
the
was.
stream.
Oh my gosh!
He was the midwife.
I didn't know homeless guys could be the midwife.
Who let him in there?
Anything they want to be.
I
He looks
guess.
homeless if someone just gave him a baby.
Dude, maybe he's off handling the booze
He's changing out the
again.
kiddie pool.
We'll just see him, crawl back into the chair.
What do you know, Oz?
Or ounce. Again, or ounce.
yeah.
Or ounce? What do you know, ounce?
We're back to that
Yeah,
running
we're gonna
joke.
listen to someone whose name is Metric. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think ounces are.
I don't think ounces are right.
Whatever.
Jesus.
Ounces.
Listen, there's a reason I'm not a builder.
I think the fans
just
were
pretty
hoping
face.
this match was going to be a little bit better to watch, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's are there both weapons busted? Is that what happened?
I think so, yeah.
Looks like, yeah.
There was some big hits.
Witch Doctor doesn't have to worry about engaging now.
And Minotaur's
Yeah,
got
there
one
was-
side out.
There was much less at stake for this match as well.
I mean, I think Minotaur's still being pretty fucking aggressive. They were pinning him to the wall and stuff.
I mean, they really tried pushing drama for this fight, but even Marco in his pre-fight hype was just like, no, we don't have a problem with them.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. At the time that this happened, you don't have to be mad at the other team to be mad at the results.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, and people tend to forget that. It's like,
It just sucks.
you can not like how the match went and still be perfectly comfortable with the other team. I mean,
so you're saying the builders should all be for one another and be against BattleBots?
Yeah.
That's my philosophy in life.
it's okay if we're all on the same page. Yes, it is.
So Ray, everybody, every stream, they want to talk about this radioactive fight. Now, I don't want to take any wind out. I don't want to take any wind out of your sails, but
Sure.
come on, a plastic robot, you better be able to splatter this thing.
Okay, so they were afraid that the match was going to be over in like 15 seconds, and so they didn't ask me to delay it. They hinted that they would really like me to drag it out for more than 15 seconds, and so that's why I didn't spin it up at the beginning of the match, because it was semi-requested.
Annoyingly, that's actually a really good UK team that put that together. They can do so much
correct.
better than that.
Correct. No,
That's
no.
not
I
a bad enough team.
I know that they're good guys and I know what they're doing, but obviously, in this particular case, these two robots are not in the same league in any way, shape, or form.
I wish they let them bring over their UK bot that they're famous for.
And I would have had to play the game totally different if they had.
I'm not familiar with this, but is this what does it do?
So it wasn't enough that they let the fox in the hen house, but they put him against the weakest hen.
It was a great match. Not for them, but it was a great match. So let's see if they show right here at the end. I hit a piece of plastic. That piece of plastic right there in the corner.
Yeah, let me go back.
And it bounces off the arena rail, and it's got an imprint. I've got that right there. So I've got the aluminum bar with the steel teeth. So I've got there's where the bolts go in, the steel teeth, and there was a perfect imprint of my bolt pattern in that piece of plastic when the match was over.
You're not allowed to hit parts anymore, are you?
Trey has gotten mad at me a couple of times for that, because there was a match where I had won and a big piece of wedge was laying on the floor, and I was I was spooling up. I was gonna smack that, and then he basically come running over and told me not to. So, because he's afraid of me damaging his arena.
That's his baby, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I was gonna try to make that go off 2 or 3 walls. I was gonna wail on it, and he could tell.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I believe that when Riptide got yelled at, sort of, for hitting Captain Shredderator late, I think that they were saying don't hit the debris, because the ref says they've been told this before.
Yeah.
Remember? Well, they were never told not to hit Captain Shredderator before, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. They were told don't hit like scraps.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
they've done
they're
it
hitting
on one
up.
of the previous fights. Yeah.
They're hitting lights when they're hitting scraps.
Right.
At least that's what I think.
And I've destroyed a few lights, and I think that's part of the bill they have to pay to run the event. I mean, I'm not going to feel bad about that, you know.
Well, we'll find out next week with Sid on, right?
Yeah, we're hoping to get Sid on after. Well, I don't know when he wants to come on after the their first matchup round in the tournament.
Okay.
I'm afraid to say any fights because I don't know who fights who and when. But,
Yeah, I don't know what is the schedule for the next 2 weeks on the both of the 32
They're doing
weeks.
right side first, I think they said.
The right side first.
On May 8th.
Yeah.
And then the left side on May 11th.
I have to
right.
So the 1 and 4 is the second one. 2 and 3 is next week.
Mhm.
The quadrants.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean we have to make a video?
All right, guys. Well, I gotta head out, but thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
We should shut her. We should shut her on down.
Yep. So I just want to see where is oh, this is Riptide Shatter. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they want to come on. Hopefully we can get somebody from Riptide on and talk about, I don't know, everything.
Sure.
All right. We probably should shut her down. So let's do this.
Tom, you can go to bed at almost a reasonable time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 in the morning. 4:30. Is it 5:30?
Nice work, everyone.
4:30 over here.
Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot
Thanks
of
for
hustle.
coming, Ray.
Hey, no problem.
Do you even know what you just said?
It's good. This is always fun.
Great Odin's Raven.
Oh my god.
Now the real fun starts because we're going to end the stream and we're going to stay talking.
It's over.
This is the too hot for YouTube stuff.
Go home.
Bye, everybody.
Go.